narrow it down just to his playing days, Tyler, I'm kind of excited to see that and see what it was all about and in those days and what his relationship was like with Dan Reeves and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What to you is the most interesting thing about John Elway, the player?
Probably the amount of Super Bowls that it took to get a win. You know, how heavy was that hanging over him? How heavy was that hanging over the organization?
What was that like as a kid, watching John Elway as a quarterback?
Well, you know, as a kid, you don't really fully grasp what you're watching, right? But with Elway, there's certain people that just supersede that, you know?
Yeah.
And Elway, you do. Elway, you do. That was just one of those guys that, I mean, absolute legend, absolute hero. I don't know, man. I mean, I remember I got to play catch with him one time in high school, and I was like,
how did that happen?
Interesting story that I'm not going to go into.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay.
I ended up at his house one day and playing catch with him. And I was like, I'm playing catch with John freaking Elway.
That is pretty funny, man.
It's a pretty good story how it happened, but don't
we're
really
going to leave it alone?
Yeah, we're going to leave it alone.
All right. That's cool. I mean, I'm laughing because it's really not that much of a stretch. You grew up in Greenwood Village. I'm assuming he lived somewhere near Cherry Creek High School. So, you know.
He was getting to know me.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I got you. I sort of see where that's going. But that being said, I'm laughing to myself because the concept of me, Tyler, like playing catch with Steve Grogan of the Patriots.
Yeah.
You know how like ridiculous that is? I mean, it's so absurd. But growing up here in Colorado, especially in the, you know, the southern part where the Broncos were, you could run into guys all the time. I mean, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody like you who's obviously an aspiring football player. That's fun, man. That's a crazy thing to see. You know what's funny? And I've been so lucky because when I was a little kid, I lived in Steamboat Springs when I was in third grade. This is 1977. And my family moved out here for a year. My dad wrote a book, didn't get published, but he wanted to be the next Hunter Thompson. We lived in Colorado for a year, and then we moved back to Massachusetts. But during that time, I became a sports fan for the first time. I really did. That is the first time that there was a team that I was into. I understood the sport, you know, in third grade, and I was obsessed with football because you're a little kid. You don't know how big or strong or whatever you're going to be. You know, you're a little kid, right? So that Orange Crush team, Tyler, those guys. And so I have run into like Haven Moses and even like Randy Gradishar and Tom Jackson. Dude, I get so nervous around those guys.
I another time I was in high school. Gosh, no, would I have been in high school? I don't know. I was probably middle school. It's probably middle school. And I was going to see the movie Life. And I'll never forget it because it was such a like a moment in my life. I'll never forget the movie I was watching. I'll never forget the theater I was at.
Yeah.
I was at the Chinese movie theater off
at
Arapahoe Road.
Parker. Yeah, of course.
And I'm watching the movie Life.
Yeah.
And there's an empty seat right next to me.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of people that were kind of saving that seat.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And movie starts. All of a sudden, in walks Terrell Davis.
Oh, my God.
And Terrell Davis sits down right next to me.
That is
and
awesome.
I'm like, is that Terrell Davis? That's is Terrell Davis sitting right next to me?
He's sitting next to you.
His buddies were saving the seat so he could walk into the movie a little bit late and not get interrupted by a bunch of kids like me.
That is a riot.
But yeah, I mean, you want to talk about being nervous? Like, I barely watched the movie. I was just like, is Terrell laughing? I'm going to laugh now.
That is awesome. Did you ever tell him that story after you were playing?
I did. Yeah, I did tell him that. Yeah,
and
he claims he remembers going to the movie.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
those are fun moments. No dumb question. Guys, love your input. Do you think that the Broncos approach Roach and Franklin Myers with the same contract offer, basically saying it goes to the player who accepts it first? It feels like a similar situation to Wolf and Malik Jackson. There was only enough money to pay one of them. Thoughts?
Do you remember the details of the Meyer deal? I think it was like $18 million if I remember correctly over 3 years.
Do not.
Does that sound about right?
Sure.
I guess that would. I mean, I just looked up Jonathan Franklin Myers' deal right now, and he signed a 2-year, $15 million contract. So that'd be about the same. That'd be about appropriate pay raise. Maybe. But I mean, my gut probably tells me They had a list of guys that they were going to go through contracts with in the offseason.
Yeah.
They prioritized them. Jonathan Franklin Myers didn't make the cut.
I think that's, I don't think it's like one guy or the other.
I don't think it means they don't like him at all.
I agree.
I think they love Jonathan Franklin Myers, but they made a priority list.
By the way, I don't think it's anything like the Wolf Malik Jackson situation either. I think it's completely different than that. So no, I don't think your premise is right, nor do I find the comparison accurate either. I think it's what Tyler just said. They've made some decisions on certain guys, and right now JFM's on the outside looking in. And that's just that. And that's rock and roll, baby. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Nothing against him. And if there is a number they can bring him back at, I think they probably would. But you do have to draw lines, Tyler, someplace.
Well, it's pretty
the hard
amazing.
Decisions.
You've got now the entire offensive line paid.
Yeah.
The entirety. All 5 guys. I never was on a team that had 5 offensive linemen paid.
Right.
You basically got the entirety of the defensive line paid.
Yep.
Jonathan Cooper paid. Nick Benito paid.
Yep.
Zach Allen paid.
Yep.
Malcolm Roach paid.
Yep.
DJ Jones paid.
Yep.
The only guy that's missing on the entire offensive line and defensive line, it's insane, is Jonathan Franklin Myers.
Right? Like,
I've never been on a team that had that kind of stability in the trenches.
I think if you're JFM, you sort of see the writing on the wall in this one.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. It's the way it goes. Okay. And by the way, they like Wazirike also. I know it doesn't play the same exact position, but they like DeAndre Tillman. They like Jonah Ellis. I mean, there's other guys, too, that they're taking care of. It probably sucks for Jonathan Franklin Myers. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's like, whoa, what? What am I, chop liver around here?
Ooh. We should get to this one about my jersey. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Somebody wants to know if they do a custom jersey on the Broncos website with Tyler's name and number, will Tyler get royalties on that?
Oh.
I want him to get paid. I'm thinking of 76 Polumbus and Broncos orange throwback. Matt in Wash Park. Matt, you're my guy. Yes, I will get a total of 3 cents on that, and I'd be very grateful.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Is that really the number, 3 cents?
No, I don't know what it is, but I mean, at the end of the year, I get a check for $1.76.
You get some form of royalty, but it's if you hit $2, it'd be lucky.
Yeah,
It's something like that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
really will get a check for like $1 and change.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah,
That's what
that'd
you're
be
saying.
fantastic.
Adam Schefter joins us next.
Hey, are you in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? If so, go to the best dealership in Colorado with the best prices, the best customer service, and the best inventory. It's my friends over at Phil Long Ford. Guys, I think relationships matter. That's why I keep going back to Phil Long ever since I bought my first car my rookie year in the NFL, the only dealership that I ever need to go to. I know these guys. I love these guys. I trust these guys. And I always find the vehicle of my dreams because at Phil Long Ford, there's over 8,000 cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, electric vehicles, even commercial fleet vehicles on their lot right this minute. So whether you're looking for a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle, the vehicle of your dreams is already on the lot at Phil Long Ford. Phil Long Ford has also got an award-winning service department, so once you buy that new vehicle, remember to keep it serviced over at Phil Long Ford, and you're going to have a beautiful ride for a very long time. Let them know your friend Tyler sent you on over, and feel free to shop online at phillongford.com.
Da, 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 da. Adam Schefter, brought to you by Johnson Auto Plaza, where you get selection, service, and incredible savings on Ram, Jeep, Chevy, Buick, and GMC, all at one location. Experience the power of the plaza at Johnson Auto Plaza. Look at our guy, Adam Schefter. Look at him. He looks so good. What's up, Shefty? How you doing, bud?
Hello there, guys. What's going on today? Where's Scooty?
He's traveling. He's in Atlanta tonight, so it's basketball season, so it all depends on what their travel schedule's all about. So he might be on the show a little bit later, FYI, but in transit. You know what these basketball teams do, Adam? This is a little bit new. Nobody travels after the game anymore. Like, they all sleep. It's the quality of sleep. So they all travel, they let them stay over in whatever town they're in, and then they travel the next day. That is a little bit different, but I don't know if you knew that or not.
So it used to be like the game would end, they go out in the middle of the night, they get into the opposing city in the morning, right?
Yep.
That doesn't do anybody any good, right?
They did it for years.
I don't know why the NFL never got onto that. I went home after every single game I ever played, whether it was 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, can't we just stay one extra night and get some sleep?
And it's funny you say that because the Broncos actually, after their night game in Washington, Adam, they did not come right home. They went wherever their hotel was. They went back to it.
Smart.
And they traveled the next day. How about that?
Yeah, but they would have gained 2 hours coming back. So the game ends at roughly 11:30.
Yep.
Let's here a second, okay? So by the time they get out of there, Tyler, what, usually a couple of hours to get everybody out after a game?
Call it 2 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say 1:30 in the morning they're out of there. Flight leaves 2 o'clock. Back in Colorado, 5 in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, they used to do it all the time.
All the time.
But the Broncos are going into a bye week. So, let's go back to hotel. Everybody, you want to go out, tomorrow we'll fly back at 10 a.m. I'm making that up, right? What time did they fly back?
You know what? I wonder if that had anything to do with it because it was a bye week. It was easier for them to stay.
I don't think so. I think this sleep
I bet
thing,
it did. Because coaches want to get back.
Let me tell you something. DMac, the coaches never would want to sleep in and waste a whole day the next day. They'd want to be back at it. I think that definitely played into it.
I don't know, bro. Listen. I'll tell you this. Sean, at least Sean Payton, Adam, is super into the analytics of sleep and health and recovery and that sort of thing. Like, that has been, FYI, with the Broncos, a gargantuan change in the past 3 years. How much they've leaned into it. So if you want to look for all the reasons why the Broncos are better at them, I'm not saying it's the biggest or whatever, but it's a significant difference. And we had Sean Payne today, and maybe you can reflect on it. I'm sure you know Sean to a certain degree. He said that he is obsessive about everything, and that very cliche-like, losing bothers me more than winning. I enjoy winning. That sort of cliche. But with Sean, we have seen a million examples of that, Adam. A bunch. Well, what's your reflection on that?
That he's normal. I think that's true of anybody in any line of work. Anybody who cares about what they do.
Yeah.
It's do it long enough. It's not the victories that matter. It's the defeats that matter. It's not that you want to win, is that you don't want to lose.
Yeah, but how do you balance that with life? How do you not just drive yourself?
What a dumb question. Balance with life? There is no balance.
Okay. Well, so inevitably, is that self-destructive then?
I don't know. I think the best of the best have had that philosophy.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to. I think in any line of work, whether you're coaching, playing, GMing, radioing, report, whatever it is, I think to do these jobs the right, you got to live the job. Yeah. You got to live the job. Balance. You make the balance when you can find time for the balance. That's it. But demanding jobs require a lot of people. Who's the joy? There's a coach that used to say, a lot of wives, they want to be married to, the guys that have 9-to-5 jobs, a mailman, but it doesn't always work. It's a lot of these jobs are just irregular, and you got to live them. And a coach, what's more deranged than that? These guys, 6 months of the year, They live the job. They live the job. There's no balance during football season, DMac.
Hey,
None.
I saw you just tweeted out the NFL and NFLPA have come to an agreement on the plane services. And why is that agreement not we all have to use grass?
I mean, listen, there have been complaints and cries for improved playing services all along, and the World Cup is coming here, and I love how all these stadiums are pulling out the field turf and for soccer, but we can't do it for football. I don't get it. Like, what am I missing there? So we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
What would you say to somebody who says, because we're hearing this now about the Broncos, oh yeah, they're 10-2, but oh my God, they barely beat this team. They barely beat that team. They barely beat Mariota. We'll get to that in a second.
I don't care.
Okay.
Don't care. They've won what, 8 in a row? Is that what it is?
9.
They've won 9 in a row. I'm going to tell you something. Okay. When I covered the Super Bowl teams, there weren't many times that they won 9 in a row.
Right.
Like 9 in a row is 9 in a row. So, I mean, I don't care if they win by 1 point every week. Like, yeah, they've had a lot of close games, and yeah, they haven't been dominant, but they've been damn successful to win 9 straight games.
Okay. So who are the 2 or 3 best teams in the NFL, Adam, right now?
Well, I did my power rankings on my podcast on Tuesday.
Okay, go for it.
And I had the Rams won still, even though they lost to Carolina. I still think that they're the best team.
Yep.
I had Seattle too.
Oh, okay.
That was a little surprising.
All right.
I had New England 3 and Denver 4.
What's the difference then between New England and the Broncos? Why is one team 3 and one team's 4?
Much at all. New England's won 10 in a row. Denver's won 9 in a row. Denver would be the 1 seed today, or New England would be the 1 seed, right?
Denver owns the tiebreaker on them because of mutually played opponents.
Right. Wait. I mean, I don't mean to be too technical here, but New England's played one more game. They have their bye week, so technically right now.
If there was a tiebreaker.
Correct. Like if what you're asking, if the Broncos, let's just for the sake of argument, beat the Raiders, right? And the Patriots and Broncos have the same record and the same amount of games. Tyler is right. Crazily, Adam. The difference is winning percentage against common opponents. And can you guess what opponent the Broncos have beaten and the Patriots didn't?
The Bears.
No,
the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yep.
That's right.
Good memory.
Ironically, the Raiders in week 1 for the Patriots. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I remember watching that game, and that's an example of how it's just a matter of when you play teams. And like the Patriots would beat the Raiders today, but it was week 1 and crazy things happened. And by the way, like it was a crazy game. So, but again, today, whatever it is, today, New England will be the 1 seed. And because they'd be the 1 seed today, I gave them the 3 spot for whatever that's worth. Whatever. It doesn't mean anything. That's this week.
Is there any chance that Pete Carroll's one and done?
Yeah.
They're paying so many head coaches. It seems like, gosh, at some point, like there's not enough money for this. But
here's what I say: when it comes to the Raiders in recent years, anything is possible.
Yeah,
and they've fired their special teams coach, and they've already fired their offensive coordinator, and they're going to make more changes. So anything's possible.
They would be paying if they got a new guy 5 head coaches at the same time, though. I believe
that's crazy.
I mean, that's nuts. So it'd be John Gruden, Antonio Pierce, Josh McDaniels, Pete Carroll, and whoever the new guy is.
Wild.
All at the same time.
I don't know. I got to figure out when they're paying Gruden through.
Well, I thought Gruden signed like a 10-year deal.
That would have to be a record. I'll bet you there's never been a team that's been paying 5 head coaches all at once.
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem for the Raiders, Adam, as we look into them, and you would know maybe better, but they are a disaster in terms of how they're operating right now. It's bad. The funny part about it, they definitely have some really good players, no doubt about it, but it has gone off the rails for them. They have an unimaginative offense. In particular, their offense is so bad. They really don't throw the ball down the field. Brock Bowers is a special talent, but Ashton Genty, I mean, he's okay, but they can't do anything for him. What? By the way, also, I'll give you another little note. The Broncos and Raiders are the same in giveaway takeaway. Usually that's a stat that sort of defines a team. But they're both -3, and the Broncos are 10-2, and the Raiders are 2-10. How about that one?
That is fascinating. Why are we on the Raiders all of a sudden here? What's the point of the Raiders? The Broncos are on a bye week. They're not playing the Raiders this week. What's all?
Adam, I don't want to take away your NFL
Adam,
card.
you very rarely do you get something wrong, but you got this one wrong.
They're playing the Raiders on Sunday.
They just had their bye week before the Commanders game.
Patriots have a bye week.
Right. That's where we got to the Raiders from the Patriots and the common opponent. Okay, fine. No problem. I got it.
There you go. What
I just think we probably, like it was good when you asked the question, do you know who the Patriots lost to that the Broncos did? The Raiders. Okay, on to the next topic. We spent enough time on the Raiders there.
What is your...
See, it's always D-Mac. I agree with you, by the way. It's always D-Mac's fault.
I'll take it.
Oh,
what is going...
by the way, Adam, I know D-Mac owes you a little bet. He owed me a coffee. Okay, we had a little coffee bet.
Ridiculous.
All right. Yesterday, first off, he was very late in paying off this bet. Very late in paying off the bet. Yesterday, he did, technically speaking, pay off the bet. However, we do a 3-hour show, and he got that coffee delivered with 10 minutes left in the show. Does that qualify as paying off that bet?
It does, Tyler. It does.
You got to almost respect the pettiness, right?
Listen. I'm going to be the first to point out DMac's flaws. Okay, there are plenty here. Like he still hasn't paid me off. Right, we're going to be waiting. But he got you the coffee.
He did.
10 minutes left of the show. It is what it is. Like he got it for you. I'm still waiting.
I know.
Right?
Wait. All right, hold on a second. What exactly are you waiting for?
I think it was $10,000.
What?
I think it was only 1,000.
Okay.
Wait. Slow you. So everybody, slow your roll here.
Yeah.
First of all, your premise here is amazing.
What's that?
Well, you expect Adam to give me his address?
I'm sure he'd be happy to for $10,000.
If Adam gives me his address, I am happy to. I don't even know what
You're
I owe
happy
him.
to what?
I'll give it over the airways for $10,000.
Yeah.
If you want to fork up your address, I'll get you some DoorDash here in the next hour. If that's what you want, there, buddy. Tell me what's good. I don't even know what I owe Adam. I forget even what the bet was. I bet Adam couldn't tell you what the bet was.
It was back-to-back bets, but I recall we'd have to get the audio. So
all right, how about this, Adam? How about this? Double or nothing.
Oh, here we go.
Go $20,000.
Double or nothing on whatever I owe you, which I still don't know.
It's quadruple or nothing. It's quadruple
Adam,
nothing.
Quadruple or nothing.
Yep.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Broncos win by 20 on Sunday.
Oh.
Again.
I'd take that bet, Adam. The Raiders.
20?
20.
Where's the game?
Vegas.
I'll take that bet right now.
All right, we got to be specific about
why do you do these dumb things?
Because it makes it more fun. It makes it more fun.
The Broncos just won 4 straight games by 3 points or less.
Quadruple.
And all of a sudden you think they're going to win by 20?
What's the bet? What do you
like? What do you need for breakfast? What do you like? What can I get you?
How about this? You owe me right now. We'll call it right now. Right now, you owe me, we'll say, a $50 Starbucks gift card.
All right.
So if quadruple or nothing, if the Broncos open by 20, you owe me a Starbucks gift card.
Done. Easy. Piece of cake.
This got a little bit interesting, though.
Yeah, piece of cake.
This got interesting.
I think I actually can do that gift card just on the old digital with the Starbucks app, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but
so
you
no
realize
problem.
how much you're about to owe him?
I'm going to owe him nothing. I'm
really?
going to owe him. Dan, are we recording this?
Please
recording
do.
this? I will owe Adam Schefter absolutely nothing. I'll be like a Conor McGregor.
Broncos
Nothing.
38-19. 38-19. You owe me a $100 Starbucks gift card.
Well, technically, quadruple or nothing would be $200.
Okay, you're right.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Quadruple. No. I'm not backing down from it. Quadruple.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Quadruple.
Kim's going to love this one.
It does feel like Adam owes me. Adam needs to retweet one of my tweets.
That's fine.
You can pick whatever one you want, but you've got to retweet something of mine if I win. I know it's quadruple nothing. I won't make.
Hold on. You got to tweet something worth it, Dan, for having you retweet it.
Hey, he tweets about the Rockies a lot.
I'll pick something about you. I'll have to pick out something about you. Not too insulting. You know what? You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do?
I'm not going to say about me. I don't want any more attention.
No, Adam. Here's what you have to retweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention that I actually beat Adam Schefter in the Boston Marathon one year, and you have to retweet that.
Hold on. I'm looking right now to see what I could retweet.
What current stuff?
Yeah. Why don't we go through those?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
I'm looking right now. Like, we'll see.
All right. We'll see. All right. Quadruple or nothing. Dan, you recorded that. We got that. 20 points. So, by the way, 20, I win. 20, I win. Doesn't have to be 21. 20, I win. Okay?
Win by 20 or more.
20 or more.
Yeah.
20 or so. In other words, right. I am now up 19-0.
Correct.
Great.
That's how bad the Raiders are, by the way.
By the way, we're not arguing how good the Raiders are.
No, I got it. Hey.
20 points in the NFL. Nobody's favorite. Nobody.
Okay.
That's a lot in college football.
See, now we got something fun.
Yeah.
Now, Adam, now it's officially fun.
Hey, real quick before you get out of here, I understand you were in the Elway documentary. What'd you talk about?
Well, I talked about it a lot, but I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's not out yet.
Well, it is. I have a copy of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
What made you ask about that, Tal? I'm just curious because
somebody brought it up on the text line.
You're in the trailer.
And
you're in the trailer.
Then our all-time favorite #1 P1 listener texted us that you're in the trailer.
You are in the trailer. Yeah.
I didn't see the trailer, but NFL Films came out to basically my town about a year ago, and it was a Saturday, and like we get like 15, 20 minutes, a half hour. I'm like, yeah. 3-4 hours later, I got out of it. I'm like,
wow.
It went forever.
Wow.
So I don't know what made it and what didn't make it, but I know that I spent a lot of time talking to them, and they're very thorough and very good at what they do. And they probably will wind up using a bite or two of mine.
Right. Well, you made the trailer. That's kind of cool. That's good.
Yeah, 3 hours. I actually did another interview yesterday, similar. Pat Bolin, somebody's.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody's putting together a big documentary. Cool. I think his family's putting it together. So
okay, very, very cool. All right, Adam, yep. We love you. We'll see how the game goes. Hey, and now at least the Broncos are playing the Raiders this week, so that helps. That's good.
I thought Denver's off this week. It's next week.
You made it clear that you didn't know that. Thank you, Adam. We'll talk to you later.
They already had their bye week, Adam. The bye week already happened.
You can't know everything. Adam Schefter is brought to you by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. CCU. Help Coloradans achieve their financial goals. Visit ccu.org to learn more. Sports, not sports. Let's go, Dan.
PhD presents Sports.
Breaking news out of the NFL.
Breaking news out of the NBA.
Not sports.
The driving violation.
Suspended for 4 games without pay.
Former Red Sox pitcher is under arrest.
That was not acceptable.
Okay. We have a definitive pronunciation now from Marcus. Well, we'll find out. Here we go. Because somebody said, how the hell do we say your name?
Like, what is the right pronunciation?
Mariota. I think it's been said over the years like Mariota, which is incorrect, and it's pronounced Mariota.
Mariota.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Stu.
Are you ever going to say Mariota?
No.
Dan, are you ever going to say Mariota?
Absolutely not.
Sorry, buddy. You should have corrected people about 10 years ago.
Yeah, at what point? Do you remember the whole Nolan Arenado thing? We were all saying Arenado, or what? Isn't that what we were saying about Nolan Arenado? Arenado. It's like 8 years. We're saying Arenado, and it's like, no, it's Arenado.
Do you not remember Tyler Bidet?
How about that? How about that one?
That one came out of nowhere.
That was out of, like, how did you even get there? The name is Batty, which is, like, kind of a cool, kick-ass name. I'm Tyler Batty.
He changed that sucker in the offseason.
Like, he had, like, the world's coolest last name that everybody would say Batty, and he turned it into Bidet, something that you clean your with. I mean, has anybody ever gone from a cooler name to a worse name?
No, he
ever?
He did have his reasons why he did it, and it was He didn't want to be associated with the name.
Oh, right. There was a whole, you're right. There was a whole thing. Right, but still, let's ignore that and just say, basically, you were like a badass, baddie.
Yeah.
And then you went to what you clean your butt with.
A bidet.
Right, all right, so you're not going to say So Chris Collinsworth was right at the end of the day. Mariota.
No, he was wrong to entertain the new name. If you've been called something for 10 years, your name is officially what we've been calling you for 10 years. You had 10 years to correct us.
That's a fun topic, though. What other names does everybody pronounce one way, but it really was something else?
Yeah, this is a good point. There was an entire Netflix series where they called him Mariota.
Yeah.
Why didn't he correct him on that?
I don't know.
I mean, you had a literal show that you were featured in.
Yeah.
And you didn't make them say your right name in that?
Like, what is the right pronunciation?
Mariota. I think it's been said over the years like Mariota, which is incorrect, and it's pronounced Mariota.
Mariota.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Stu.
So the emphasis goes on the O. First not Mar, Iota.
The Ota.
Ota. It is, if you look at how it's spelled, it is Mariota. So, I mean, okay, Ota.
Mariota.
It is so funny because this guy it's been a decade that we've known who this guy is.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Sports, not sports. It's Mariota.
I can't wait for you to pay Schefter $200.
Starbucks money.
$200. That's real money. I'm not sure if that confuses you or not.
No,
But Starbucks money and real money is the same thing. It takes U.S. dollars to purchase a Starbucks gift card.
Oh, Adam, is Adam tweeting me right now? All right.
No.
Oh, no, that's something else. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to win the bet, though. Puts a little juice on it.
It's a foolish bet, man. That's just not what this team is.
It would be.
It's not a shot at the Broncos when I call that a foolish bet. It's just this team is not built to win games by that many scores.
A 30-10.
That many points? Would that be better?
No, you're right. You know what's going to kill me? Here's what's going to kill me. It's like 27-10, and they just take a knee.
Yeah,
that's
like it's actually hard.
Like
you're right,
and it's
they drive down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, it's like a 4-minute drive, right? But are we really going to shove the ball in at the 4-yard line as the clock is ticketing? Or is Sean just going to take a knee?
$200. That's a pretty solid bet right there. You regretting it yet?
Nope. Because we got some news yesterday about this little radio show. So, got some good news.
So you're getting a bonus? Is that what you're saying?
I
didn't get the note. I didn't get the news actually.
Good stuff. Okay. We don't really talk about this stuff. We don't do that. But it's good stuff. Just
all right.
proud.
Appreciate you guys listening.
Proud of everybody for,
Shout out to you people out there.
Absolutely.
All you dummies that hang out with us every day.
Absolutely.
All you nitwits that got nothing better to do.
Yeah, we don't have any nicknames for you or anything like that. You're just cool people that listen.
I call them nitwits.
All right, time for the big story of the day. We are hoping that Scott will join us here in a little bit. So maybe we can wait on the Nuggets conversation for a minute. And Adam Morris from DNVR and Hoops is going to join us one way or the other at 2:30. So we'll dig into Jamal and all that in just a little bit. But I want to go back to what Sean Payton said.
I hate losing more than anything in the world. I think fear of failure is a very significant motivating factor. I think from a detail standpoint, there's nothing that's too small that's not significant that has to exist outside the lines as well. The entryway, the locker room, the signage, post-game, and everything we do, there's been thought given to all of it.
Thank you, Dan. Keep the music here. Cortland Sutton, Tyler. was asked about the culture of the Broncos.
And it's one of those things that I think that it trickles down into the temperament of the team, of understanding, what the expectations are. None of us like to lose, but when you understand that the head man really doesn't like to lose, and he feels like we prepare each week with the opportunity to go out there and be successful. So yeah, I think that the biggest thing is just understanding that he wants the best for us, which ultimately we all want to win, and he just wants to be a winner.
Bo Nix, sitting on a carpet atop a Nepalese mountain, answered the question.
That's a deep question. I don't know. I think I really enjoy winning, and that's why I hate losing.
And back to Sean Payton, who again was in a Buddhist moment.
The year, in 2022, you go from a job where like every minute, every hour matters to where like, holy cow, a lot of things in your life matter, but like there's that void, a complete change. And, I couldn't wait for Sundays where I try to stay all day, like where they kicked me out of Fox finally, because I'm like, God, so it's addicting. And it's like where you feel like you belong. And then when you're in it, you like to bitch about it, and complain about it, but it's a good thing.
Tyler, what is the culture of this team? And is it a direct reflection, good or bad, of Sean Payton?
Well, I do think the culture has come down to we're going to outwork you. We might not be the sexiest team. We might not have the shiniest objects, but we're going to outwork you when it's all said and done. And I do think that comes from, look, Sean's a grinding coach. He is. I know a lot of guys that have played for Sean Payton, a lot of them, and they all respect him. They don't all love him. They're not all like, oh my gosh, Sean's my guy. But every last one of them's like, yeah, the dude's a good football coach. He knows what he's doing. And so that's what they've become. They've become a team that's going to win games in the grimy way. Sometimes I think that comes down to I don't mind the fear of failure. I really don't. I think it motivates a lot of people. It certainly motivated me. It motivated me a lot. I don't remember the good times. I remember all the bad times, though, and those stuck with me. You win a game, and it's so fleeting. Like there's no better feeling in the entire world. I'm telling you, I wish I could replicate it just one more time in my life than the 15 minutes in the locker room after you win a football game. It is the greatest feeling on planet Earth. There is nothing like it. Utter jubilation, a group that came together, but it's fleeting, and it goes away. And by the time you get back to film the next day, you're just looking at the bad stuff of the games that you already won, But the bad stuff, that stuff haunts you.
And when you close your eyes,
Yeah.
I encourage everybody, especially if you're driving, to close your eyes.
For legal reasons, I suggest you don't.
Oh, that's probably the wrong advice. But if you close your eyes and I said one word, I said football, what's the first thing that flashes in your head?
Alex Gibbs throwing his chewing tobacco in my face.
Not doing snow angels and confetti at Super Bowl 50. Not being on the field with your kids in this moment. Not being on, what were you on? The
Alex Gibbs telling me after he threw his chewing tobacco in my face, it's you or me, buddy. If you make this team, I'm out of here. And then I made the team, and Alex Gibbs really retired.
Oh, I'm crying.
You or me, buddy.
Oh, God. Everybody says about Gibbs, like, he was tough, but he was the greatest coach I ever had. Not so much with you.
No, I didn't have. I had Alex Gibbs for a total of like 10 days.
Yeah,
because I got traded to Seattle right before the cut deadline.
But when you hear like
I don't even know if I had him for 10 days.
But when you hear like Sting talk about him or Naylor talk about him, and it's all this, he was tough, but boy, it was the best thing for me. I loved him.
Yeah.
And you're just like, he threw chewing tobacco in my face.
Yeah, I couldn't see for a week.
And then they got rid of me.
No crap, I gave up a sack.
You don't have the same warm fuzzies about Alex Gibbs as the rest of these guys do.
I swear to God, that's a true story, though.
Oh, that's
I gave up
that's
a sack.
So funny.
It was the last preseason game. I got traded there. I'd been there for like 26 hours, and they're playing me in the game. I gave up a sack. I come to the sideline. He takes out his giant wad of chew, and he tosses it in my face. I swear to you, literal words, it's you or me, buddy. If you make this team, I'm out of here.
You know what's so funny is that Alex Gibbs was just like
Less than 24 hours later, we had cut deadline.
Yeah.
I made the team, and he retired.
Oh, that's so great. That's so funny. I never really got coaches like Alex Gibbs. I've heard so many people say nice things about him, but I'm like, okay, I guess. He looked like a lunatic to me, Tyler. What can I tell you?
Yeah, I don't feel right talking about Alex too much because I didn't have him long enough to get that
no, clearly
that love
that
built up.
Right,
you know,
right.
I didn't get the bond.
No,
I just got a couple really good memories.
In my head, when I think of Alex Gibbs, all I can see is him screaming at people. Like he didn't care. He would scream at you. He didn't care if there were 30 media members 5 feet away. It didn't matter. He just would yell. And he was a little dude. He was not a big, he must have been imposing because he just carried so much confidence and weight like that. But he's like my size.
Now, Alex Gibbs passed away. So with all due respect, okay?
Yes.
But I will say this. That was not a very politically correct man.
The Alex Gibbs stories, I wish I could share some of them. They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable. That is hysterical. That's the first memory you say when you close your eyes and think about football. That is a riot. I did not have that on my bingo card.
Nothing more humiliating in life than getting chew tossed in your face.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh, my God. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, the guys that know
You know
him.
what, Dan? You asked me one time, had anybody ever spit in my face? And I said no.
That's technically worse.
It's pretty close to getting spit in the
dude,
face,
it's
right?
all the spit.
Yeah.
You didn't just get spit. Spit would have been kind.
Yeah, that's a tier above spit.
It's way above spit. It's all of the spit, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's not just it's everything.
I actually grabbed a little and put it in my lip.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, I really am. Wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That's great.
What'd you think I was going to say? Snow Angels?
I don't know. I thought you might be funny about something, going to the Lions for 6 days or whatever. But, Alex Gibbs throwing chewing tobacco in your face. But then, of course, it makes me laugh because, seriously, and this is true. You talk to any of those old, Stink or Nail and those.
I know.
They love him. They love him.
Yeah.
But they love him. But every story about how much they love him also comes.
It also includes how much they hated him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh God. All right. That was good. That was pretty funny.
Can I tell you another story?
Sure.
So
why not?
it was all a part of the craziest 10 days of my life, right? So I get released by Denver. I get claimed by Houston, Seattle, and Detroit. I have to go to Detroit because they've got the worst record.
Right.
I'm in Detroit for a week, maybe less than a week, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
They trade me to Seattle for a 6th rounder. So they had me for a week and they got a 6th round in return for it. That morning, I had to get on a flight to go to Seattle from Detroit. And I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was, to get out to Seattle.
Yeah.
And I land, and I'm freaking starving. I haven't eaten all day. My driver's taking me to practice. He's like, hey, practice has already started. I'm like, okay. I'm a little bit relieved because I'm like, all right, I'm not going to have to practice today, I can take a deep breath and settle in, right?
Put some sweats on maybe,
Yeah,
whatever.
put some sweats on, go get to know the guys.
Yeah.
I land, and they're like, hey, there's your gear. Go put it on. And I'm like, wait, can I go get a PB&J or something?
What, full pads?
Full pads. Yeah, full pads.
Riot.
I'm like, can I go get a peanut butter and jelly or something? I'm literally dying of hunger over here. This is not going to go well for me. They're like, no time. Get your gear on and go.
Got to get out there.
So I go out, and they're halfway into practice. So the trainers, the strength coaches, they pull me aside, and they're putting me through a nice little individual warm-up, right? So they've got me for a total of a minute and a half. And Alex Gibbs runs over, and he goes, hey! A lion doesn't strike before it chases its prey. Let's go. Listen, man. I've been on a plane, like I'm starving, I'm stiff, like my body hurts. Like, can I just stretch a little bit? Can I do like some of these or something? He's like, no, let's go. So the first thing I have to do, I swear to God, dude, the very first thing I have to do, I haven't done anything. I've done nothing. They're in one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And he's like, get over here. He stops the drill. He's like, Polumbus, you're in. I'm like, dude, like they got big old Red Bryant up there in front of me. Like I've done nothing. Red Bryant.
Wasn't he an inside guy?
Yes, but for whatever reason they put the biggest, fattest dude up over Tyler. And Red's strong as an ox. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a matchup nightmare for me. And I just want to stretch something. Give me some sugar.
Oh,
He's like, all right, let's go. I mean, Red just kicks my ass. I mean, just destroys me. He's like, that's it? That's what we traded for? We traded for that? Stay in. You're going until you get a win. 15 plays later, the entire offensive line and defensive line is standing around doing nothing. It took me about 15 reps to get a win.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, like they're going to cut me before the day's over.
Did you ever feel like, hey, you didn't trade for me. I was fired and released. You claimed me.
They did trade for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Tyler, that's good stuff. That's the
It got to the point like everybody was just feeling bad. They're like, oh my gosh, like Red, let up on him.
Yeah, Red, no. Yeah.
Red, the only thing, he did one thing. He just ran down my chest because he weighed like 50 pounds over me. I'm like, I can't stop this. This is a matchup nightmare.
Were you brought there to play guard?
No, I was brought there to play tackle. Russell Okun got hurt. He was their draft pick.
Okay.
And Jeremy Bates was the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
They needed a tackle that could start opening days in a week's time.
Okay.
So my first real game after getting cut by Denver was actually back in Denver. There was a preseason game in there, but not counting that.
Yeah.
My first real game, I was starting for the Seattle Seahawks because Alex Gibbs decided to retire and I made the team.
That's fantastic.
I was starting at left tackle back here at Mile High.
That's hysterical.
And you know what Pete Carroll did? Pete Carroll didn't even know. Oh my gosh, this whole thing, so many stories with Seattle. Pete Carroll's talking about me. He's talking about me to the press, and they're like, hey, tell us about your new left tackle.
Left tackle.
And Pete's like, yeah, Troy Polumbus. Troy's going to do a great job for us. Troy's got some experience in the scheme. And so Pete Carroll comes walking down the locker room, and I'm like, I've only been here for a day or two, and I could see he's like on a beeline for me, and I'm like, oh my God, they're literally cutting me. He's coming down here to tell me he's cutting me. He comes on a beeline. He's like, hey, listen, we got a problem. I'm like, what? He's like, I called you Troy in the press conference. You called me Troy? What do you mean? So here's what we're gonna do.
Are you gonna go by Troy?
He's like, here's what we're gonna do.
Can you change your name?
We're gonna tell the media it's because when I was recruiting you at USC, it was like he was meant to be a Troy. He was meant to be like,
He did not say that.
I swear to God he did.
That's unbelievable.
I swear to God he did. He came up with the whole game plan for how he's gonna cover this thing up.
That's unbelievable.
I was going somewhere before that. I forgot where I was really going.
That's really funny though. I could have been worse. He could have said, well, now your name's Troy. Mariota. All right, let's football go. And Adam Morris about the amazing night of Jamal Murray, all still to come. All right, here's your keyword. Sorry we're a little bit late, but those stories, Tyler, were hysterical. That was really funny stuff, man.
Funny for you. PTSD for me.
I gotcha. Here's your chance to win tickets for the see the Rockets at Ball Arena on December 15th. Your 220-ish. Keyword is street. Text street along with your first and last name to 303-504-0925. And if you want to pick your own seats, there are still tickets available at nuggets.com/tickets. This keyword is street, so get it now. We'll announce our winner here in about a half hour. Best of luck. Adam Morris will join us in about 5 minutes to talk about a remarkable night for Jamal Murray. But let's get some football in, Dan. Thank you, Mountain High Appliance. We love you. You're the best, Brad. All the gang out there. Dan, let's football go. Come on, bro. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, fellas, let's hear from Sean Payton on R.J. Harvey. Tyler, you said something earlier in the show that I actually thought was very interesting, talking about your 2015 Super Bowl team. It wasn't the defense. It wasn't Peyton Manning. It wasn't you running out in the Chargers game with Peyton. It was the running game. So here's Sean Payton on how the best is yet to come for rookie running back R.J. Harvey.
Yeah, I think I would say this, though. There's that saying, you haven't seen anything yet. He was still had this rare running skill set that you're going to see and continue to. We knew he was really good with the ball in his hands, catching it, former quarterback. He's being thrust into. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, Vegas is going through it with Genty but like we as coaches, like identify, hey, how do we get him even to where you're looking at it? How do we get him the touches he needs?
Do you guys think that R.J. Harvey this season is the guy that can lead the Broncos running game to where they're competitive in the playoffs and have a legitimate chance at a Super Bowl?
You got no choice but to hope so. I mean, there's no savior out there. There's nobody that you could go get off the street that's going to help you out at this point.
Yeah.
So he's your guy. That's what you got to work with, and you just got to hope that he can start reading the field a little bit better. I mean, the good news with RJ Harvey's not like a bust of a pick yet because he's been very productive in the passing game. He's been a great amplifier for our passing game. Yep. When you've got a running back that can catch passes like that, it's an amplifier. It really helps you out. When you can turn checkdowns into first downs, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm not trying to knock on RJ Harvey in his rookie season, but in terms of like, you ain't seen nothing yet? Yeah, you're right. I really have seen nothing in terms of the running game. It was frustrating watching the film. He's just got a bad habit of trying to turn everything into a home run rather than just accepting, hey, a 4-yard run. That could be a great run in the NFL.
Well, I mean, that is what he did at UCF, right? I mean, there's all sorts of breakaway runs. But that's college football, and there's all sorts of that stuff. And we knew that. We talked a lot about that before the draft. Like, we're like, all right, well, that's cool in college, but you're more valuable as a running back in the NFL if you really, you got 3 and now it's 5, it's 5, it's 7, that sort of thing. The like, hey, I'm going to break this for 60. It's cool if it happens, but that's not why you have the guys there. So I don't know with R.J. Harvey. Let me ask a dumb question. Is Dobbins out for the year?
In theory, I think they said he could theoretically make a late return for like a Super Bowl push.
All right, well, would you commit to Dobbins long term?
Well, I want J.K. Dobbins back, but committing to him long term, that implies you're giving him a lot of money.
3-year deal. Would you do a 3-year deal with Dobbins?
Not unless it was pretty cheap.
Would you?
No.
All right. How about this?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want J.K. Dobbins back.
I got you.
But
you like?
We know the storyline with J.K. Dobbins. He's going to play great football and he's going to get hurt.
1 year, $6 million deal, something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. I'd love to have him back.
I would too.
So.
All right. Well, we'll get back into the Broncos here in a little bit, but we do have a remarkable performance last night. David Adelman on Jamal Murray.
And then obviously when Jamal has a night like this, I hope people understand it's not the 52 points. It's the 19 of 25, 10 for 11 from 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. That is insane efficiency. It's one of the most, I'm guessing, one of the most efficient 50-point games of all time. But I was, as far as the team goes, I was proud of the second quarter. We turned the game around. It was because of our defense.
All right, we bring on Adam Maris from DNVR Nuggets and DNVR period. They have holiday sales with all sorts of merch. I'm helping you, Adam, and I'll plug in for you.
My guy.
You're selling things. Where could people go to buy all your clothes?
Oh, man. Just our website, thednvr.com, the merch tab on there.
I think they're fun. I think you guys do that really, really well, and it would make a great holiday gift.
Oh, man, look at you, man. Going above and beyond, DMac.
Adam, what are your I've seen so many numbers and historical sort of things about last night. My favorite one was finding out that Rudy LaRusso from the 61-62 Lakers put up 50 back in the day. I've heard of Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant, but Rudy LaRusso was new to me. But this is the type of historical categories we're in, not only with this team, but what Jamal did. Can you help frame what happened last night?
I mean, well, that stat is incredible. I don't even know if I've seen that one, but it is always hilarious when you're going back to when it was a literal peach basket, to the last time.
Just to explain that stat, sorry. Teams with 3 different 50-point scores in the same season. There's only 3 in NBA history, and it was the 18-19 Warriors, this Nuggets team, and the 61-62 Lakers with Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and some dude named Rudy LaRusso.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Aaron Gordon's the outlier there. We've seen 50-point games from Jokic and Jamal. It's not that much of a surprise that each of them reached that mark already. But Aaron Gordon doing that on opening night, obviously, is what makes it an outlier. But for Jamal last night, he's never been an all-star, and I know that's a point of contention. There's all-star... one all-star trait is the ability to score at volume efficiently. It doesn't happen every night, but are you capable of scoring 50 points on 25 shots? There's only a handful of guys that are even capable of that. Jamal's done it multiple times now. If you remember back in Cleveland, the year he got injured, right before he got injured, he had a 50-point game with no free throws. He was 21 of 25 from the field. Amazing. Just an insanely efficient game from him. And that's what makes him such a unique player is he's capable of when he gets hot, like he was last night, he's not going to miss. It's not he's going to shoot a little bit above average, so we'll give him some extra shots. He took like 9 straight heat checks in that game last night, and it was just incredible to watch. And that's the Jamal Murray that wins you playoff series, wins you a championship. The guy that can get into a zone where it's like, okay, he broke all the rules of your defense because he's just not going to miss if he gets a pin light of opening.
Adam, are we watching Jamal Murray become an all-star for the first time in his career, or is he still fighting an uphill battle to make that world team?
I think it's still going to be a challenge, but the all-star voting is a narrative-based thing. You need these tentpole moments for people to latch onto. The raw numbers or whatever, he's already there, 25 points a game. I think it's 24.7. Yeah. He's already there, but you need these things that people remember. Oh, remember that night he had 50 points and he didn't miss any shots, had 10 three-pointers. So I think last night, probably tilt the scales in his favor. He's competing. They're doing the All-Star in a weird way this year where there's 3 teams of 8, and one of those teams is going to be foreign-born players. So he's already competing with guys who are a lock. Jokic, Luka, Giannis. There's a handful, Lowry Markkanen. There's only a few spots that are open. Josh Giddey is having an incredible year this year. He's a guy that's reaching into that zone. But I think Jamal Murray is also, to me, right on the line of what will be that 7th or 8th spot. And I predict, yes, he will finish as an all-star.
All right, you don't think they're going to show bias if there's 2 dudes from one country, though? Like, I mean, I got you with Giddey. Well, so is that what we're going to do? We're going to do Australia. We're going to do Serbia. We're going to do Canada, I guess would be SGA. They're not going to do it like that, though, are they?
I don't think you can. I mean, there's too many good players, honestly, from Canada. first of all, that there's a couple guys that are candidates, but I don't think it'll be like that. I think the NBA, for certainly NBA players, but I think the NBA at large just views foreign-born players as foreign. They're not even from a country. They're from outside the U.S.
They're from foreign. Look at these foreigners. Oh my God. No difference between Australia and Toronto. Okay, Adam. Why on the road? New club record. 8 in a row. Never happened before. At home, new club record. Never lost 4 in a row at home with Jokic as a starter. Why?
Oh, God. I wish I had an answer for you. First of all, I don't know if you guys were surprised. I didn't even know that was not on my radar that 8 road wins in a row is a record. It seems low. It doesn't seem like that would be a thing for 70 years. It never happened. But the question, though, is about the home. Why are they losing these games at home? I think a frustrating thing about the Jokic era, they've never had a 10-game winning streak. And we see teams like Toronto, who's not even that good, have a 9-game winning streak this year, which would tie the best of the Jokic era. And I think there's just this inconsistency that follows these Jokic teams. And they've been on the road a lot. Long road trips followed by 1-game homestands, which in the NBA, that feels like a road game. You know, you're still traveling. You get to your house, you sleep one night, you get back on a plane and leave, even though you're home. I think a little bit of that is catching up with Denver, that they've just been taking flights after every game now for a month.
Interesting.
But I think more than anything, it's more about just the focus of this team. You win consistently when you win with defense, and then your offense shows up sometimes and you win big. Denver's defense has fallen off a cliff over the last 10 games, and their focus on that end has just not been there. They're not as bad as they have looked. They're the worst defense over the last 10 games in the NBA. They're not that bad, but they are giving that level of effort over this last 10 games. And as a result, you just end up letting a team get hot like Dallas, like San Antonio, like Chicago.
Hey, you surprised at all by the numbers that Michael Porter Jr. has been putting up out there?
I honestly am. And I think there's something for us to all kind of think about with how well he's playing, because one of the things I thought when he went there was he's going to score some points. He'll lose a little efficiency, but it's not going to look that pretty. It's looked really pretty. He really looks like a guy that was capable of more touches and more freelance and more opportunity. It's not just the scoring. He's also passing the ball well. You know, if he got 4 assists in Denver, it was like the headline story. Michael Porter Jr. gets 4 assists. He's getting that pretty regularly now. They're putting the ball in his hands, and he's actually been in control. And so it does surprise me a little bit, and it does make you wonder how much is being left on the table to sacrifice for this machine that is the Jokic-Murray two-man game.
All right. He does a podcast with Tim Legler. He sells cool-looking T-shirts. He puts up buckets in the media game. Did you score any
not
buckets?
too many.
Not too many.
Not too many
You can't give him
buckets.
too many props. It's
Hey, man. It was rigged. That was a rigged event.
Okay. Adam Morris from DNVR. We appreciate it, pal. We'll see you around the court, okay?
Have a good one, guys. Thanks.
We'll come back with David Adelman. How about that? He'll join us to talk about them Nuggets, which we get Scott or not? What do you think?
Yes.
We're going to have Adelman.
He's a 10-minute guy.
Well, we have Scott. Ooh, stick around and find out next.
Inbound goes over to Jokic. Less than 4 minutes to go in this basketball game. Jokic has it up the left sideline. Hands off behind him over to Jamal Murray. Murray has it for three. Yeah! That's a 50-piece for Jamal Murray in Indiana. Nuggets lead at 128 to 112.
What a night last night. And David Adelman, their head coach of the Denver Nuggets, joins us right now. Coach, thank you for taking the time to be on with us. I know you guys are traveling today, so we are really appreciative of that. And maybe you can just start with what you were watching with Jamal Murray last night. How was that?
Yeah, no, it was one of those nights. Just the efficiency that he shot the ball, not just the points. The 19 to 25 was crazy. I've seen a couple really wild 50-point games. I saw Mo Williams do a 53 without touching the paint. Jamal's 50 in Cleveland years back with no free throws. I even saw Corey Brewer get 50. So, no, that was very memorable. I didn't realize how many points he had until he got into I feel like 45, and I was like, oh my God, like he's really got it going. I looked at the stat sheet. 10 of 11 from three is just crazy. So
crazy.
A really, really special night for him.
On a night like that, as a coach, are you able to see anything different in a guy's mindset, in his mentality, in his eyes? Could you see anything different on a night like that?
I think just because I've watched him play so many times, just the flow of his shot, like the release, the way he was letting his legs go. There just was the consistency to each shot that he took. So he was super special. He has that ability to do that. He's done it many times, including the playoffs. So it was, like I said, a special night for him. I think the guys, enjoyed celebrating it for him. So it was really cool. He's had such a good season so far, and that kind of, up to this point, has kind of put the exclamation point on it.
All right, you were in the middle of a very odd thing, and you know what it is. When you said after the last home game, the good news is we're going on the road. And I'm going to guess that was a little tongue-in-cheek, but you just did set a club record with your 8th road win in a row. Wow. We have never seen Jokic as a starter lose 4 home games in a row. Well, where's your head at with all of this?
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuses with it. It's almost like we, as a group, we talked about it. And we've tried to change the routines. We get home and play one game and leave again. And I just have to find a different rhythm for the guys. But it really has felt like when we go home, we're still on the road in a way. It's weird. It's just one of those schedules that I think it probably because of the cup, and all the different things, they're trying to front load the schedule. And so they're kind of sending us out and sending us home and, back out again. So yeah, I don't know. Like we've had such a comfortability on the road. We played so well and so efficiently on the road, and we go home and it feels like, I don't know, it's almost like we look more exhausted than the opponent. So when we get back, we'll try it again. We're giving up way too many points at home. It just feels like we have not played our way. And with that being said, we're still 15-6 in a really good, good spot in the West. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to have a bunch of excuses for it.
Right.
But it has felt weird with all these years we've done so well there. But to be 9-2 on the road is a great number. And so you got to win, whatever that comes in front of you in the schedule, you just got to win those games. So, but yeah, we have to go home and figure it out.
We've been talking on the show because Sean Payton said yesterday, I hate losing more than I like winning. That cliche. All right. So when you're going to bed at night, are you thinking more about, hey man, we're doing all right on the road, or are you sitting there like, what is going on at home? Like, where's your head at?
Yeah, I think it's each individual game. That's where my head is. Just tomorrow's Atlanta. We lost to Dallas at home. It was just about Dallas. I really think you have to think that way because, if you're thinking about what's happening in the past and what could happen down the road, I think you kind of lose your way. So yeah, I mean, for me, let's build on the win from last night. I try to beat a really good Atlanta team.
All right, so that is quid. What is it, Tyler?
Pro quo.
No.
No, what are you saying?
I don't know. It's your Latin.
Oh, you're trying to get his be where your feet are? How about
that,
just say be where your feet are?
Well, what is it in Latin, Coach? Because that's what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Agi quod agis. Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, you have to live in the moment and just be, the best version of yourself in that moment. We can't go back in time and, not give up 139 points to the Spurs. Like, that's what it is.
Right.
We just haven't been good enough defensively, and it seems like it's really showed itself at home more than on the road for some reason. And like I said, it's something as a group we have to keep talking about, communicating, and the guys are frustrated. I'm frustrated with it too, but, tomorrow's Atlanta.
I'm not trying to overthink this home thing because it's going to equal out. You guys are going to be fine. But I played football, and our road trips, we were in and out 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no such thing as an extended road trip. It didn't exist. But is there maybe something to it that when guys are on the road, it's nothing but ball. That's all there is. And then when you come home, it's almost a different animal. Like you're a dad, you're a husband, you're getting up, you're playing on the floor. Do you think there's anything to that?
Actually, I do. I think it shows, early in the season, we had the 1 4-game homestand that we swept.
Right.
And I do think there is something to being in a rhythm of being at home. And I think you're right. I think when you go on the road, especially with a veteran team like we have, guys that have been in these cities, these hotels, these locker rooms, these arenas, they kind of find their flow too. So I do think there is something to that. I think that's human instinct, when you kind of get on a schedule. And I think, us going home for seems like 30 hours every time, for whatever reason, we just haven't as a group been able to handle it. And that's on me. So, we'll keep messing with the schedule, and I'll try to have a different routine. We've had shoot around. We took shoot around away. We've had different kinds of film sessions because I'm searching for it too. Like I want to find something that works for us. Like during the week that we went 4-0, we kept it the same each day, and we had a lot of success doing that. So I don't know. It'd be nice to be home for like 48 hours, and see how it goes. But, the schedule's the schedule. It is what it is.
All right. We didn't know if Jamal Murray, never mind play last night. Coach, we were concerned because we're looking at CB and AG like, oh, man, is he going to miss a week, 2 weeks, a month? Like, what's going on with Jamal? Were you more encouraged that, oh, no, he'll be fine and all that, and it really wasn't that big of a deal? And let me check with you. I'm assuming it's not that big of a deal. I'm assuming after last night he's feeling really good.
Yeah, I was surprised. He texted me the night before the game and said, "Hey, I got treatment. I actually feel pretty good. I think I can go."
Okay.
And then the next day he was even more, positive about how he felt. So I knew he was going to play. I had no idea he dropped 52 and go 19 for 25, especially after the way he was banged up the game before. But yeah, no, I felt the same way when I saw him go down, and he came back, and he went back to the locker room. I was like, God, another starter down. But, we got lucky. Jamal, he's a tough guy. He fights through things like that, and, he responded really well to it.
Coach, I just want to let you know, because he didn't want to be shown up, because you are doing a radio show with us, and you were traveling with Scott Hastings, but I can see that Scott has arrived on the radio show that we officially have 6 minutes left in. So, Scott, Coach is here.
That's fine. See, and it shows you, Coach, even you have to work with a-holes once in a while. Coach, remind them that there's the special bus that you get to go on, and then there's the non-essentials that come just a little later, right?
I mean, I wouldn't call it non-essentials, but yeah, we do have multiple buses. That is true. I happen to be on the bus to get here first. That is true.
Yeah, there you go. I just got to ask you. I'm going to ask you this now, as a guy who said last night in the presser that you watch basketball, you watch, high school, you watch international, you do all this stuff. You're a basketball fan, and it still just amazes me that I can look up and look at Joker's, I think, left arm last night, or no, his right arm last night. And he's got Wolverine-style cuts going down his arm on the front and back of it. And I'm looking at the free throw attempts, and it says 0.
Yeah.
That just baffles me how that happens.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating, especially when I'll check the stat sheets each day of other games, and you see other guys, and they're averaging 8 to 12 free throws a game, and their usage rate is much lower. They don't post up, and all the contact he deals with the constant double teams, sometimes triple teams. But, you just have to play through it. That's what he does. And he's a big guy, so I don't know if they see him differently or whatever it may be. But we just have to play through that stuff. And we've never been a team that has shot a ton of free throws. But for whatever reason, Nikola is a guy that his free throw attempts you think would be higher, but that they're not. This is the way it is.
Yeah. If he gets to where he shot 10 free throws a game, I don't know if you guys ever lose. If he's around 10 or 12 free throws a game, I just think that means you guys are killing people.
Yeah, and I think too with the free throw thing, the big thing for me is if he shot more free throws, you're controlling the pace of the game and your defense is better. That's just the bottom line. A lot of teams that shoot a lot of free throws benefit from that. You set your defense, you can get a call from the other coach. There's a lot more to it than just getting points off the line. So yeah, I'd love for us to get to the line more. Thank God we're shooting the ball so well to start the season and the way we're scoring. So yeah, I'd love to see Nicole get to the line more.
Yeah. All right, Scott, give him one more. We've already had him on. He's been very generous with his time. But what's one out the door?
Listen, listen. I don't know about you, David. You grew up in Portland and were born there, and I hate East Coast time. I mean, it is just absolutely horrible. I know most of the flights aren't too bad, but it's just boring when you get into town. It's already getting dark.
Yeah, it's interesting. I coached in Orlando, and I watched the Oregon Ducks play and the Beavers and when the Pac-12 was still going on, and it was crazy sometimes to come home from a game and then have kickoff be at 11:45. Like it was, it was such a trip to me. Being from the West Coast, so I think we're lucky. The Mountain Time is a really good one. It starts a little bit later than Pacific. It's the best time zone I've lived in for sure.
All right, Coach, we will let you go. Best of luck against Atlanta, Charlotte, and then it's weird because you come home, but of course you go on the road right after that to Sacramento. And it's a strange road trip, but it's been a strange start to the season, so it is what it is, right? What are you going to do?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. I'm really proud of the guys. The schedule, like I said, the schedule is a schedule. We're right in the mix with all these teams, outside of OKC. So I've been proud of the guys and just the way they performed on the road, and that has to continue.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Thank you. We'll check in with you next week. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks,
David.
All right, that's David Adelman. Scott, thank you for joining us. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Trying to lay your boy out.
Just having fun. We appreciate it. What was that like last night to be eyewitness to what was one of historically one of the best individual shooting nights ever in NBA history?
Yeah, 10 of 11 from three, just that alone. In about, I don't even know when it was, third quarter, and finally it just hit me. I said, you always hear announcers say, going to shoot until he's not hot. Marlo always says something. Heat check.
Yeah.
Last night was the first time I said, that dog needs to keep heat checking. Because I've every time he threw in, and it got personal with him and Nembhard, who was on the Canadian national team. And I think for Jamal, that was such a negative experience a couple summers ago. He wasn't healthy. He ended up getting benched. Remember, he was starting for like a sec, and then he was coming off the bench, and then he wasn't hardly playing. That I think it was personal. Because if you go back, Brooks, when we played Houston, he's lighting Brooks up.
All right.
Canadian national team, Nembhard last night. I think there was something personal going on in last night's game.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, whatever drives you, whatever motivates you.
Well, I'm bringing a Canadian for tomorrow. Let's go.
Are there any Canadians
more
on
Canadians,
the Hawks?
More Canadians, please.
Yeah, I don't. Well, listen, we got to revisit the All-Star talk with Jamal. I understand. I understand how difficult it is. But if Jamal is averaging 25-point games and has a signature historic moment,
yeah.
How can he be denied a spot on the All-Star team?
Luka, Joker, Giannis, just those guys.
Well, those are.
I will tell you this.
Those are free. Okay, fine.
Well, I can list 10 of them if you give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, but who is going to have a moment like that, like he had internationally, aside from some of the guys you just mentioned?
Well, what's the guy that Siakam plays for them? I think if you looked at that head-to-head and Jamal's on a better team, I think I'd take him over Siakam.
Would you take him over Markkanen?
I mean, look what Markkanen is doing. But again, on a bad team. George Karl, Chris was telling me yesterday, George Karl had a rule. He didn't vote for anybody on an all-star team if their team's a losing team.
Oh, it's fine by me.
Keep that into effect.
I mean, the guy just had the most efficient shooting night this year of any player in the NBA. There is historic stuff with this performance, and he's averaging 25 points a game for a team that inevitably, whenever you have to decide the All-Star game, will be, 20 games over 500, maybe more. So I'm not sure what else it takes. Aside from, we're doing lifetime achievement awards for older guys, I guess. And now we know.
No. That's a flipping comment. What are the guys I mentioned as a lifetime achievement?
Well, it might be Giannis if he's out for a month because he's supposed to be out 2 to 4 weeks now.
We will see that with Giannis. But, I mean, at one time, Giannis, the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks of the season, they had him in the MVP conversation.
Okay, fine. But is AG going to make an all-star team? He's missing a month. The answer is no. There's no way. And I get it. It is what it is when you miss so many games. But what if Giannis misses a month? He still makes the All-Star team?
Well,
I guess.
That's a good question. I think you should go down a little bit, but don't forget this also. The NBA is about what? Just as the NFL, just like MLB, NHL, the do-re-mis.
All right.
So when you look at a national picture, who's got a bigger name, Giannis or Jamal?
Colin Barth is our Nuggets tickets winner. Way to go, Colin. We appreciate you. I'll be at number 38 tonight with Tullamore Dew. Nate and Andy are both here. We got Scott. He just signed on. I don't know if you want to hang out with Nate and Andy there, Scott, a little bit, or if you guys.
Well, I like Nate and Andy a lot. They're fine fellas.
He would love to. He's dying to, I believe.
I haven't talked to my guy much. I haven't had a voice talk to my guy.
How are you doing? You all right?
You're
battling.
Completely frustrated.
I'm sorry.
But it is what it is.
Soft.
Well, it's good to
I'm soft, according to Scott.
Not saying that whatsoever. Glad to see you.
Are you sleeping with a humidifier at night?
Yeah, dummy, I am. You don't think I've been through this down a little bit a couple of times? Now you're here. We really talk to each other.
Do you have some Vicks Vapor Rub you putting on your chest?
You know
when
what?
go to bed
That's so funny. Is that not like an old man kind of? So old. Yeah, but I'm not going to lie to you, Scotty. I thought about it. They do these things now where you put those in the humidifier and it's supposed to help.
Yep.
I haven't tried that yet.
You. I saw a thing just the other day that they're saying this Vicks Rub works, and now they got Vicks patches. So if you didn't want to get it all creamy, they have Vicks patches. I'm telling you, it'll work, Andy.
The key is who puts it on you, Scotty.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's KKSE FM HD1 Broomfield, Denver, Boulder.
Who's the hairiest guy you would never put Vapor Rub on? There would be a bet.
Wow.
Tyler Evans. Likes the shame bet.
Probably Mike Evans.
Yeah. Who's ever got the full Hasselhoff man carpet on the chest? Someday someone's going to have to lose a bet. And how hairy are you, Nate? I could see you being a little.
I think I'm regular hairy. Yeah. I'm not Sean Connery. I think I'm standard hairy.
Are you like 70s hot guy hairy? Are you Tom Selleck hairy? Somebody hairy needs to get the Vapor Rub all mixed
what
up.
What about Springer? Is Springer not? He looks like a guy that could be real.
You a hairy chest guy, Spring?
Yeah. I got hair on my chest, but it's. Like Nate said, regular hairy.
You're regular hairy.
Yeah, I don't think I'm excessively hairy.
Yeah.
Once you go past regular hair, you're talking now the back hairy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's
that's not hairy. Regular hairy.
You know what's weird
Sweater in the pool's hairy.
We're in the trust tree with the nest and everything right now. I have back hair, but it's only in patches. I'm not fully covered. I don't have an ocean of back hair. I have islands of back hair.
Can I ask a dumb question?
So, you may.
You're like the Bahamas.
How do you know? When do you look at your back?
I've been living with my own body for 45 years now.
I got you, but
I'm aware of where I have hair on my body.
When was the last time you looked at your back?
Great question. I couldn't tell you, but I know I've got hair back there.
All right.
Do you not know if you have a weird mole or something?
Got nothing, no idea what's going on with my back.
No idea whatsoever.
I've got a tattoo that I have never seen before that's on my back.
So what does it say?
It's a stupid radio dumb bet. Not even worth bringing up.
Joe's.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. But I literally have a tattoo that only my wife's ever seen. And I don't know what she thinks about it. It must be terrible.
Wait, you've never taken a mirror and held it up and checked it out?
Nope.
You mean to tell me you just told the guys the other day you got a little spot up there, a little honey hole where you can get clean before a show?
Yes, that is true.
You sure nobody's caught wind of that thing up there?
I don't know. I hope not. It's funny. I was fine today, literally fine. Then I saw a couple people creep up there. I was like, ooh, I did not hear them coming. I don't know if somebody has checked me out in an inopportune moment up there.
Now, someone has got to go full Mission Impossible and get the picture of this DMac tat.
Well, you can see it. No, look, Dave. Pull it down.
Let's get somebody can put it. Let's get one of those anonymous comment boxes here at the station, and somebody can tell us if they've seen.
Yeah, it's a
DMac
Chinese menu.
shirtless. What is it?
It's got a little
Kung Pao chicken.
It's it's not cup to.
What is it?
How do you know you haven't seen?
Oh my God! It was a stupid bet
Here,
about.
should I tweet a picture of it?
Let's have it.
Why
not?
It's about Drew Lock and then being an Irish and the number 37. I don't even want to waste my breath. But I made sure, most dumb Irish people, there's some form of clover there because that's what us idiot Irish people do.
Yeah. What is it? It was TAD or something.
Don't even worry about it. You know what I got? I got a clover because I'm a moron
and
Irish
lock?
guy. Yeah. It's something like that. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. But most idiot Irish people, I have some form of clover on my body as a tattoo because that's what we do. We're dummies like that.
That and Red Sox legs.
Actually, I did have a Red Sox tattoo, but I did it all in red on my ankle, and it just wore off. It just went away.
Wait, was it the shilling bloody sock that you recreated there on your ankle?
It was the Red Sox logo of socks, on my ankle. I thought at some point that was clever after 2004.
Yeah.
But it was all red, and it literally just, on its own, just went away.
It just washed off?
It just kind of because just in the paleness of my body.
What did the guy charge you for that, by the way?
I did nothing, of course.
Turns out it was a marker tattoo. What are we talking?
Well, there was no outline. There was no green or black outline or anything. It was just red. It was literally just red. And it just sort of over the years kind of faded away, and I never got it retouched. So it's just gone.
Scotty got a great tattoo. Scotty and I tried to get him in Seattle.
Which one?
And we weren't allowed.
Well, Scott's got multiple tattoos.
We were hammered.
Yeah, she let us know.
We actually went to an ethical tattoo place that says because we were drinking we couldn't get one.
She's like, I'm worried you guys are going to bleed out, so no, we're not going to do that. Because when you drink, your blood gets thinner. So if she cuts you pretty good, we would have had that.
Is that what it is?
She made it very clear.
Okay. I don't have a single tattoo. I know nothing about tattoos, so I just assumed they encouraged that. If you're boozed up, number one, you're good for business, and number two, you'll get something even bigger and gaudier and more expensive, and they can take you for a ride.
Scotty, I got a question for you. Why have you? And I'm not being facetious when I ask you this because I think it was last night. You guys had a little fun. If it wasn't last night, it was the game before. But you nailed 2 calls last night. Why have you not thought about officiating an NBA game? I'm serious. Why have you not thought about taking a run at this thing?
I'm a little bit like Pete Rose a couple years ago. They asked him what he would hit against today's pitching, and he said, probably 220. And he goes, you're the greatest hitter. How you only hit 220? He goes, because I'm 75. So at 65, I don't even want to think about running up and down.
Yeah, but Scotty, the things you see now, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving you too much credit. Maybe you use the replay, but you've been batting a pretty good percentage as to how the calls are going to go, and I think you would bring. I think because you guys just talked a little bit about it with David Adelman, I think a big man referee would help. Maybe change the way big men are refereed in the NBA. Because, again, dude, when I see Nikola Jokic look like yet again he's gone up against Freddy Krueger in the paint, and the guy didn't shoot a lot of free throws, and Scotty, didn't you see none in the second half at one point? How does that happen? How has he not gotten some foul call for at least the 3 scratches from Freddy Krueger on his arm?
They looked as big and long as if Wolverine did them.
Yeah,
right?
it was gross.
They were absolutely perfect.
Was it Jay Huff that got him last night? Nuggets legend Jay Huff?
I don't know. I remember the play. He went baseline, took a big contact. Somebody kind of reached and grabbed his arm, and he went through and he was looking at the official, and the lady official last night was horrible. Probably shouldn't be in the league, but that's a whole other story. And they just looked at him, and he went down there, and I think that's when it happened. But Listen, we've seen it. We've documented it. Listen, how do I want to go?
I try not to lead you down this path. I just wanted to ask you, have you ever thought about really talking to them and trying to be an official?
Oh, I've talked to them, but I'm too old now. But here's what I'll tell, and I've told these guys that. They didn't recruit when I played, and they should have. There's only one guy, and I think he's retired now. His knees went bad. Leon Wood.
Yeah.
And I actually played with Leon in Atlanta. Is the only kind of guy my age group that got into officiating. But they should recruit more. I think it's going to be harder now. I would look at smart guys in the G League, and I think guys ought to talk to players in the G League. I think you should get guys who know basketball.
Recruit college players. That's like recruit good college. You know, they don't even have to be a good college player, but
the one
guys
you know is going to have a shot in the league.
Yeah, guys that have played.
Instead, Nate, what they've done is they recruited good rec guys. They've recruited guys down at the DTC.
Yeah.
At noon.
You can move up. From the high school level, et cetera. Yeah, but it's like, again, the understanding of NBA space. I think kind of to Scotty's point, though, like people his size, once they're above playing age, running up and down a basketball court sounds like hell. I don't know if you guys can get like Segway scooters or what, but I don't think you can run up and down a floor.
When I found out last week, the top officials, once you've been there long enough, making about $750,000 a year.
Dang, it's pretty good.
That's motivation to keep yourself in a little bit better shape, ain't it?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Take care of those knees.
I wouldn't mind a little of that job.
I mean, and the guys when they're first in there making can make anywhere from 175 to 300.
By the way, Scotty, last night, Marlowe, and I love Chris Marlowe for this. Chris Marlowe joked with himself a little bit. I guess kind of took himself to task a little bit. You guys were talking about your favorite memories of Danilo Gallinari, and Chris Marlowe brought up the shot of the century from Danilo Gallinari back in, I think it was 2013. That would have been 57 win Nuggets. That was a party. Team went 38-3 at home. Marlowe went full shot of the century. I've heard him make fun of himself for that call before, but it's just funny that that's the thing that he remembers about Gallo's career. The shot of the century! And it was like a February game against the Hornets or whoever.
Somebody put that video up. It was a hell of a shot.
It's a great shot, yes.
I'd forgot about it. I mean, he's falling down and flips it off over his head with spin on the backboard. I mean, it was a heck of a shot. But boy, that's awful. That's awful tall praise to be. That's a lot of accolades for shot of the century.
Especially when the century was so young, right?
Yeah,
it was his early century.
Yeah, we just got through the first quarter.
I know, right?
And, I mean, that's pretty daring right there. But nah, I tell you, I texted with Danilo a little bit yesterday, and he was always a good guy and always accessible and. Yeah, you know what? George Karl, I don't know if you guys talked about it, I had that tweet yesterday. And I'm reading that tweet, and I'm going, good for George. Good for George. He said,
we were all proud of him.
He was that bridge guy between Melo and Joker. Good on George. And Melo should be on there. George, way to go.
Yeah.
And, how about, I'm ready also.
Hey, what?
Went, come on.
Then the brakes screeched, the car crashed.
Dude, and listen, I'm not so sure that George shouldn't be honored up there. I'm not saying he shouldn't be. I'm not so sure he
Number
shouldn't be.
2 in franchise history in wins? George, I believe, after Malone? Because they both passed Doug Moe, right?
I don't think he got Doug Moe.
Did he not pass Doug Moe? Okay.
I don't think he got Doug Moe.
Because it was Doug Moe that Malone passed,
yes.
Remember?
Okay.
So he would be 3, I would imagine.
So George never surpassed him.
No, I think he's just short of him.
Uh-huh.
But
and probably yours truly.
And listen, George came in when the program wasn't doing anything. In fact, they were having a crap year, if you remember. And
they fired Bosdelic.
32-8.
Yeah.
Remember the Michael Cooper stretch, too?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Close. Doug Moe, 432 wins. George Karl, 423.
Yeah, but you can't tweet. And maybe I ought to be up there also. Scotty put it perfect at the beginning of his show yesterday. For 72 of the 80 words of the tweet, you had me.
Yeah.
But then that last little bit, you lost me.
What'll be pretty neat is to see how quickly David Adelman joins the top 5 of Nuggets all-time winningest head coaches?
Yeah, he
because all you got to do is get to 180 to hit Dan Issel.
It never hurts when your first head coaching job, you get to coach the best basketball player in the world. No, I don't know if anybody has ever gotten to do that before besides David Adelman.
Adelman will just be on the job, fresh-faced, bright-eyed, bushy-tail, and a 4th all-time in the NBA or in the Denver Nuggets winning percentage.
Scott Hastings, everybody, PhD, noon to 3 every day right here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. It is a Nuggets Ticket Thursday. We've got a keyword for you. It's Nate Kreckman. It's Andy Lindahl. It's a guy who's easily top 40 all-time Western Kentucky career victories. Mike Sanford. Do you actually know where you are on that list, by the way?
Great. It's not good. My second year hurt me.
I'm going to look this
Do
up
you
in
want
the
to
break.
throw out a tweet that maybe they ought to honor you too? Is there a place where you could throw out a tweet suggesting maybe you guys ought to take a look at me?
Hey, they're the Hilltoppers, and he's taken a few steps up that hill.
I was at the valley, not at the top of that hill.
It's the Kreckman and Lindahl show. We'll take a break. When we come back, I've got the the NFL. We were doing basketball. I've had the NFL Coach of the Year odds. I want to tell you where Sean Payton sits, and we'll discuss whether he should be higher on this list or not. K&L with the Sandman here on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday. Keyword coming up on the other side. Avalanche and Islanders coming up at 5 o'clock. It's Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Guys, Andy Lindahl for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. How have you been feeling? It's the holidays. Hopefully you've been feeling better than me, but nothing that I have is going to get helped at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. It's a stupid voice thing. Anyway, listen, if you got to get your energy up, you got a lot of stuff to do. There's holiday decorations to put up. There's big meals to cook. There's all sorts of parties coming up. We're about to enter the corporate company party season that you're going to have to get out there and get to the holiday party. If you're feeling run down, if you feel like you don't have the energy to get things done on your to-do list, if your gains in the gym haven't been the same, if you've had some sexual side effects, any of this could be a sign of low T. You got bad sleep, you got brain fog. There's a couple other signs that maybe you're dealing with low T. Got to get yourself on down to the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Let them check your T levels, see if you're in the right spot. And if not, what they can do for you to get them back to the right place. Go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com if you like taking quizzes. I mean, who doesn't love a good quiz? Let me ask you a little bit more about you. It's 10 question quiz with yes or no answers. It'll take you 2 minutes. Schedule your consult with the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They'll draw your blood on your first visit. You'll have results in 30 minutes. You'll talk to a Colorado licensed medical provider about those results, and then you can discuss the decision whether to start on testosterone treatment or not. Cost of this initial visit is only $99. It does include the consult, team, PSA test. But if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your visit, that visit is free. So get on back to getting your energy levels back, better sleep, better gains in the gym, get those sexual side effects go away, hopefully. Go on over to the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and check out what they can do for you. 5 locations to serve you all over Colorado, including Fort Collins and the Springs. Great revamp location in Castle Rock. They'd love for you to check out. Call them today, 720-440-7900 or RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
You know it's a Nuggets Ticket Thursday. We know it's a Nuggets Ticket Thursday. Therefore, we will give you a keyword right now on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday. Text the word Mercury. Mercury.
Like Morris?
To 303-504-0925. Spelled the same. Mercury. Plus your first and last name to 303-504-0925 for your chance to win tickets to see the Rockets at Ball Arena on the 15th. Don't wait until 9:50. Wait, what? Okay. We will change that copy. I'm Ron Burgundy. If you don't want to wait until 4:25 to see if you win, you can purchase your seats now at nuggets.com/tickets. Again, your 320 keyword is Mercury, so text it with your name, first and last, to 303-504-0925. Best of luck to you. Again, the keyword Mercury.
Have we ever been to Mercury with a rocket?
I think we've sent
something
cameras. I think
a probe.
Yes, a probe. Yes.
Was it a webcam?
A probe droid.
Yeah, that's what I thought of too. Stupid little shot coming at you. I always thought, don't you have to stay totally still for the shot to get her? They never did show you how the probe droid got the shot in.
Yes.
And everyone's terrified.
How about this? We went to Mercury 55 years ago.
We did with what?
NASA's Mariner 10. 1970s.
The Mariner 10?
Robotic spacecraft have visited the planet.
So it would have been, 1970.
Did we make no progress with space in the last 30 years?
Kind of got bored with it.
Disappointed in our space program.
Really?
It just seemed so cool when I was growing up, and then just kind of went away.
It's really plateaued. Yes. I would agree with that, by the way. Mariner 10, by the way.
Money thing.
Greatest number 10 in Mariners history.
Wow. Word association. This is like a Rorschach test.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Exactly. You know that I have to go and check this out. 26 players have been number 10. Edwin Encarnacion was a number 10. Pat Borders was a number 10. Ed Sprague, remember that name? Ed Sprague was a number 10. All right. Anyway,
what team?
It's not a very rich list.
The Mariners.
Mariner 10.
There's a Mariner 10.
Mariner 10.
Was he ever a Blue Jay?
Who's that?
Sprague?
Ed Sprague, I believe he was. Yes.
I remember him. My mind goes
third
to
baseman, right?
Toronto.
He was traded for Ed Gein.
You're more of an Ed Sprague guy or a Szabo guy?
Yeah,
Chris Szabo.
Szabo or Sabo?
It's Szabo, but there was a Z in there.
There was not. Chris Szabo.
It's not Zerbiak.
You're right.
I believe that was the 1989 National League Rookie of the Year race between Chris Szabo and Mark Grace. Might have been 88 now that I think about it. 88. I got the Donruss 88 card in my mind right now.
Mark Grace once offered Susie Wargen a come on by after the game clubhouse pass.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's my dude right there.
Yeah, she got all flustered, and I don't think ever took him up on it.
Do you remember he got fired? He was broadcasting in Arizona, and he got fired because what he thought was his talkback button was actually just turned his mic on to go out on air, and he just went off on a string of expletives that went out on the broadcast.
I remember it.
And they're like, you can't work here.
Did I ever tell you, it wasn't an expletive, but did I ever tell you I got Johnson by accident that one day?
What'd you do?
We were tight. So for those that don't know, you got to cover the anthem, right? Because we don't want to talk over the anthem and do the broadcast things that we have to do. So we try to take a commercial break unless it's, Veterans Day or something like that, which I guess it never is. But we weren't taking the anthem that day. So Mark, I told him, I go, look, you're going to have to be quick here, man. I mean quick, because we need to get to the break to cover the anthem. And so Mark does one of these quick, hey, we got the kickoff between so-and-so and so-and-so. Hey, we'll be right back after this. And I don't know what I did. I think I blew my nose. And literally he gave me the cue, and I'm not listening. He goes, what do you think of that? Was that fast enough, jackass? Because he was just screwing around with me and it went over air. People are calling in, is he picking on Andy? Is he picking on Andy? And I was like, no, it's my fault. I was supposed to pull it down. It's all my fault.
Just a victim of bullying, Andy Lindahl.
We were just having a good time, but yeah, that went out over there.
Nice job. That is, by the way,
that doesn't happen Saturday.
That's Scott Farrell. I'm Nate Kreckman, along with Mike Sanford here today.
I'm doing the best I got. I think this sounds better than yesterday. He was like, your voice sounds fine. Drive on in here.
Nate Kreckman, Mike Sanford, and Lemmy from Motorhead here today with you here on the Kreckman and Lindahl
Do I
show.
sound like the dude from AC/DC? Would tonight be the right night to go try to sing Money Talks or Thunderstruck?
If you were going to audition for an AC/DC cover band in your life, tonight's your night,
Tonight's
my
the
guy.
night to do it.
This is the night to go for it. All right, I hold in my hands right here the betting market for NFL Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year is a really fun one because it's so damn subjective. The criteria is a forever moving target. We know what generally gets the, kind of the attraction of the voters, but also Coach of the Year can come from anywhere in any kind of situation, right? It generally is required that and for good reason, your team's played above expectation, right? Whatever expectation, whatever projection may have been.
Can I take a guess at some of the top 5 or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Is that part of the game?
Absolutely. This will be fun, actually. I'll enjoy this.
Do you want to go in order? Just throw out 5 guys.
Just give me names.
Vrabel.
Is the betting favorite at minus 270?
Dave Canales.
Is not in the top 5.
That's a little crazy, isn't it? Because that is a good one. I'll give you that. That's a good one.
Sean Payton.
I think he's a really good coach. Canales.
Yeah,
he's done
everybody else has given up on Bryce Young.
Yeah, he's done a good job with that team. Also, hasn't he's beaten the Rams and the Packers this year?
They've had some pretty significant victories. Sean Payton.
Sean is, I guess, tied for 5th. So yes, we can call him in the top 5.
In the top 5. I'm going to go with Shane Steichen.
Yep.
You're missing a pretty obvious one.
I think 2 pretty obvious ones.
And as I found out
McVay.
the other day,
Sean McVay.
No,
really,
not in the top 5.
As I found out from Nate the other day, apparently this guy's hairless. I didn't notice. Know this.
Well,
Got a good wax job.
We found out from the internet.
Oh, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Jeez,
there
what
it
am I
is.
doing?
Yeah, Ben Johnson at plus 275. There's one name. Well, there's one name in the top 5. There's 3 guys tied for 5th. You have forgotten Mike McDonald in Seattle is actually 3rd in the betting market. Steichen is 4th. And then Peyton's at 25-1, tied with Liam Cohen and Kyle Shanahan.
Okay. Yeah.
Which Kyle Shanahan doesn't like he won't win because he's in his 9th year or whatever in San Francisco, 7th year, whatever he is.
And it's almost as if the voting public has gotten bored with him winning 9, 10, 11, 12 games with a backup quarterback.
But in a year where he's lost his 2 best defensive players, where his team has no discernible or consistent run game at all, he's been bouncing between Purdy and Mac Jones all year.
Doesn't that just sound like a standard?
You can argue
Kyle
this is
Shanahan year, though,
like one of his great coaching jobs of all time.
Well, see, that's just it. To me, he's probably doing more coaching than he ever has, rather than, I'm not saying you go on autopilot in good years, but he's really had to figure something. He's not going in there with the same lineup every week. Just going, let's run these plays.
That's how the story of Brock Purdy started, right?
See, I think Kyle Shanahan coaches his ass off every year. He's just doing less with more, or more with less right now.
But see, this is where I feel like some of these awards, and it drives me crazy. Like you asked me about the Jokic question.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we would focus more when we get to MVPs on who's the guy that truly is. If he's out, you suck. That's an MVP.
The most valuable.
Right. Not the head of the best team.
Sure.
And they do it in all sports. It's just a shot at SGA.
Yeah.
The quarterback of the best squad will win MVP. That's why Matthew Stafford's been the runaway for a while, right? Now maybe it's shifting a little bit. We'll see. That's the reason why Drake May's back up there. But to me, I just think it's funny that
Drake May, by the way, should run away with NFL MVP this year.
Which is crazy.
Could he not also be comeback player of the year? I know technically they like to give it to a guy with injury, but that kid was down and out last year.
I completely disagree with that point, and I made that point several times on the year last year. That dude was awesome. I watched him. It was like, this team is crap, but that dude is good. Like, you could see it last year. He got a competent...
I remember it. And I disagreed with you at the time.
He got a competent coach around him. And just in general, a more professional operation. Like, they took a big step forward. That's what's funny about, like, Vrabel being so far the betting favorite is, like, I thought Drake May was awesome last year. And so, like, there's a certain degree of, like, oh, well, Drake May is a Mike Vrabel product or a Josh McDaniels product, and it's just like, he was good last year.
where Vrabel to me has value is when you watch a game like they had against the Giants.
Yeah.
They were the hapless Giants, a different Giants team than even the Broncos played. It was how the special teams was operating, how the defense. It was like they are the most well-rounded, confident, fly-around football team today.
You know what impressed me about that game was they kicked the crap out of the Giants.
It was a no-brainer.
Sometimes on a Thursday night, like you'll watch a team come out there and hell, we watched Denver do it against the Raiders, where it's like you're coasting a little bit. They went out there and they just out-physicaled those guys from the jump. Like that's good coaching.
The game that the Patriots played against the Giants is the one that Broncos country has been just begging to see out of its own team.
Although they did get it out of Dallas.
They did.
But
Ben Johnson,
so should Ben Johnson be higher? If you think,
I think
all right,
so.
let me ask you this, Nate.
I think Ben Johnson is doing the single best coaching job in the NFL this year.
Completely agree.
Who do you think, in your opinion, then Caleb Williams needs to be more fixed than Drake May, correct? So should that elevate Ben Johnson for?
Well, here's the
because he's getting a better version of Caleb Williams.
But this is one of the key differences right now is that I don't like Caleb's problems are still on display.
No question.
And
he's coaching around them.
Exactly. And like he has got a run game that is absolutely kicking ass. That Monangai dude is awesome.
Rutgers.
Yeah, that kid is really fun to watch.
He was fun to watch in Big Ten football.
I mean, they both...
Is it Kyle Monangai?
Yeah, Kyle Monangai. They both rushed for over 100 yards in that victory against the Eagles. Like, he's got his run game cranking. His defense stinks, and I know they have insane turnover luck. But what Ben Johnson has done, that Bears team is not that good.
All right.
They have no business being the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Well, you just opened the door for, I think, what you want to ultimately get to.
Yeah.
And why isn't Sean Payton higher in the conversation? Because he is also coaching around a kid who, as you put it, some of the issues are still on display.
We'll call it sub-elite quarterback play. And he has got a 10-2 football team, and he is scripting games to exactly the strengths of what his football team does, and they are winning week in and week out, despite being, as I pointed out yesterday, the word is not fraud, the word is flawed when it comes to the Denver Broncos. They are a flawed football team, and yet Sean Payton has had no problem kind of coaching around the shortcomings on the offensive side of the football to get a team to 10-2 in the 1 seed in the AFC. I think he's doing a magnificent coaching job this season. Now, again, like you could look at it and you could say, all right, well, he's got the defensive player of the year on that side of the ball. They have, you can sit there and look at it, and I feel like broadcasters every week will give us this Zach Allen guy's really underrated. This Nick Benito is really underrated.
Nobody's talking about.
Look at their salaries.
They're not.
In the NFL, when you pay guys, what you have told everybody is this guy is good.
They're now rated.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not under or overrated. They're rated.
They're rated.
They're rated as millionaires.
Right. Now, like
bona fide generational changing money.
Our dude Nate Landman with the Rams. At the start of this year, he was underrated because he was getting a $1.1 million. Now, he is rated.
He's rated.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Good football player, and he has gotten paid.
I'll tell you who's not rated.
Who's that?
Any one of the three of us. I don't know if we're underrated, overrated, but one thing I do know.
Not rated.
We are not rated.
Not rated.
We are NR. Not rated.
Okay, I coughed when you said it. Who? Give me the name again.
I said the three of us.
Oh,
the three of us are not.
Hey,
rated.
we've been rating better. Yeah, you gotta go.
No. I'm not talking about ratings. I'm talking about
rated.
How we defined the NFL.
Not been rated.
Rating.
Not been loved.
Nick Benito got rated.
Our ratings are quite rated.
Zach Allen got rated. You know who else recently got rated? Wattenberg.
Wattenberg got rated.
He is now
Malcolm Roach.
Malcolm Roach got rated. These guys are all rated.
All right.
Will Lutz got rated
too. Should Sean Payton get credit for talking the talk, which I was first in line that it was annoying the hell out of me.
And backing it up.
But guess what? They're 10-2, and if they get the number 1 seed, I buy all his words.
Told everybody my team is good.
Does
and
he get credit for that?
Team is the 1
He
seed in the
didn't hide
AFC.
from it.
Yeah. I
was like, you're putting way too much pressure on these guys.
Andy,
well, here we are at 10-2.
You're talking to a sports radio host, okay? I thrive on every prediction I've ever gotten right in my life. I've forgotten all the wrong ones, but I can tell you the ones that I have gotten right. And right now, Sean Payton, He knocked that take out of the park. Well done, Sean. He is a sports radio superstar.
He's not getting the old "this didn't age well" from anybody on Twitter.
Should he or should he not have called Diana Rossini at 2:32 a.m. and say, "I love my cue"? Was that a rated take or not?
Maybe.
Well,
one.
He maybe did that, and then the next morning he had to go talk to Kay Adams and talk about how he wants a joker.
I would say we need a joker.
Nate and I had a chance to talk to a high school coach this week, by the way. Well, a couple of them, but a joker was mentioned.
No way.
And I felt the definition of it was the joker we all expected. So,
What did they
because I
give
got
you?
clarification. What, the guy that you move everywhere does everything?
Who is the Joker?
I can't tell you.
I want to know.
Tune in Saturday.
Tune in Saturday.
What time? What time?
10 a.m.
Let's go.
On Altitude Television and
on your app too.
AM 950. You will get a 3A title game. Windsor Pomona. The Wizards.
Wizards are good.
And the Panthers.
That's a good matchup.
Wizards right tackle.
Deacon Schmidt.
Just committed to go play for Venables at Oklahoma
University
yesterday.
of Oklahoma.
And then, I thought it was funny. We were hearing about it, but I was imagining this big, BA kid walking around, probably got a beard like Gandalf or something because he's an O-lineman. And then we were talking to the athletic director, and they popped on the coach's cam, and the kid looks like my son, which is the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
He like goes and, hey, wearing his Oklahoma sweatshirt. I was like, that's the recruit. All right.
Fresh faced.
Yeah. Looking as nice as could be.
Yeah.
The kids you just hand your wallet to and say, hey, will you just go get me
Tell you
something
what.
from the store because you know nothing's going to happen?
6'5", 320.
Yeah, I'll tell you this about Deacon
Big
Schmidt.
boy.
He looks a lot different on a webcam in a Zoom interview than he does in a
Would
in
you
a football
actually have
uniform.
to,
Oh
yeah,
my
when the
goodness.
helmet's on, then you got to
Dude,
go out there
that
and deal
guy
with
is
it?
a freaking wildebeest.
No, when I did, I'm doing my charts and I'm putting in heights and weights, and I'm just like, oh, this kid's going to stick out. He's a big
But did
boy.
he not look like just a nice, friendly kid?
Fresh-faced kid. Sandman is tweeting pictures of Cannon Smith yesterday. He was just sweet, fresh-faced kid.
Yeah.
Get him out on the football field, and he's tearing heads off.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
Did you hear Sean Payton talking about Max Crosby?
No.
Sean Payton yesterday was like, he referenced back to
I heard this.
the whole time where when I was coaching the sixth graders, there's always one kid with the beard, and his description was spot on. He actually had me laughing. He goes, there's one kid that'll wreck the game. That's your guy, but he doesn't have a beard.
I know.
He doesn't he has nothing. You know what I mean? He's just large and does he get angry? Does he look angry?
Cannon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he
Plays
a
angry?
physical, violent football
Well,
player.
also, your O-line is just a bunch of giant freaks, so he doesn't stand out as much on your offensive line. Your guys are all huge.
Whereas Deacon Schmidt, you see him roll in with the Wizards.
On a 3A O-line.
Looks a little bit different.
By the way, where's Reese going? Do we know?
Reese is only a junior.
But
and is,
Yeah, but we usually know by now. Come on, it's a new world of college
It is
football.
University of Washington and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I would say, are in the top two right now.
You don't have any kids that committed eighth grade or something like that? Remember, that was all the rage? But offered a scholarship to an eighth grader.
Did you guys see how many state of Colorado seniors signed with massive programs?
Oh, yeah, I got a list of it. But believe me, a buddy of mine, he was like, hey, what school's missing from this list?
Mm-hmm.
You can put that plural.
What schools are missing from this list of big commits, big G5 commits?
How about that? A world where Matt Russell's kid might go play at Nebraska.
Hurt you.
Coach Mack rolling over in his
that
grave.
ain't hurt you in the soul. That hurts you lower.
That sure does.
That is like getting quick kick square right there.
That's what 3 and 9 will do you. Hey, it's 3:20. Your keyword, well, it's 3:42 now. Your keyword is, sorry, Kevin, Mercury. Text Mercury to 303-504-0925 on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday, and you are entered to win tickets. Okay, so again, my thesis is Ben Johnson should be the coach of the year, but I think Sean Payton is doing the second best coaching job in the NFL. It's the Kreckman and Lindahl Show. Hey, go to number 38 tonight to watch some Thursday Night Football. We got a good one tonight. Tune in for that. Dallas, Detroit, Dan Campbell fighting for his playoff life tonight. Dak Prescott making the MVP case on a sub-playoff team. Should be a fun one. They should score points. Go to Thursday Night Football. You can also watch Avs Islanders tonight at number 38. DMac will be there. You can win some great prizes, including, Andy, Steve Atwater autographed helmet. Going to be a great night, and it's all brought to you by the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey, Tullamore Dew. We'll see you at number 38 tonight in Rhino.
Yeah. Is there a chance at that event that I could grab both a dew and also a brew?
You could do?
You'll get both.
You could brew and
stew.
You could also
There's
stew.
no guy named Stu down there. And does number 38 have a stew?
I'm sure there's been a stew in the place before. I don't think they make a stew.
Stew's kind of one of those names that's making a comeback.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, good.
Hey, did you see the reel that I sent you? I got to give credit to our Twitcher Flax for this. We ought to play that a little bit. It was fun.
NBA guys named Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would the name? Didn't you have the baseball? What baseball name did you have us
named
losing? Bob.
Yeah, we didn't have a Bob
That's right.
in Major League Baseball.
Did you realize there's no more Dannys?
There's currently no Dannys in the NBA.
And Manning was a great one.
Danny Manning.
Ainge was awesome.
Ainge was awesome. Shays was in there.
Ooh. You realize Shays and Fortson were both Nuggets.
My guy Danny Granger out of New Mexico got a little bit of love in there as well. I love Danny Granger for a minute. Nice Nuggets victory last night, by the way, speaking of the Indiana Pacers. Real quick, I've been having this thought recently when I've been watching NBA basketball, and I feel like this thought's been culminating in my head, and it's just sort of I'm really starting to believe this. And follow me here for a moment. I think NBA basketball players are too good. I think they're too good.
I don't know how to push back on that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but they've been saying, look, this started, years ago with, I guess it bled into the three-point conversation too, but I remember the old man gripe used to be, why don't you raise the rims if they can all dunk now? It's not something hard to do anymore. Let's raise the rims.
And you can't.
And now people have said push the three-point line back because everybody's even the guys that weren't supposed to shoot threes back in the day are hitting threes now.
Do we make the court bigger?
I don't know how to argue with you, Nate, but do you know what I was watching last night that I thought of was the exact thing you were talking about? And again, we're talking about not a very good Pacers team because they've got some key injuries and one of their guys left for free agency.
And they still make everything.
Well, not only that, but they had the one possession where, and I credit the Nuggets, I noticed it more because the Nuggets I thought were trying harder on defense last night, so I'm sure Adelman said something to him. But the ball went all around. It was just
Zips.
all around the three-point line, and we had guards running back and forth, corner, back to the top, back to the corner, and I'm like, this is how the injuries occur that Nate's talking about. We got dudes on our team trying to play D, and playing D in the NBA these days, it's no longer muscling you up with the elbow and, the back of your kidney. They got to run all over the floor constantly trying to stop the next three-point shot.
So if we compare that to our childhood NBA, where you could argue that the superstars, their star was brighter because they stood out more so maybe than the entire development that's happened over the course of the last 20 years internationally.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
The Jordan was so standoutish.
Yesterday on Insights to Excellence, I pointed out that Mike's ripping the modern game, and it's dude, you shot 40% from three once. Last year in the NBA, 38 dudes shot 40% from three. Come on, Mike. You can't tell me these players aren't good right now. But And I'm not trying to take anything away from Jamal's game last night. It was unbelievable. It was one of the most fun basketball games. The guy made 10 of 11 threes. It was awesome. He was on an all-time heater, and it was so sick. That was a very fun basketball game to watch. But also, I think a couple of things are happening. I think, number one, the shooting is too good. Number two, guys, remember the old adage was always rest on offense? I think it's become rest on defense because guys are just it's too hard to get stops.
Because you're chasing the ball
exactly.
over the place.
I can sprint all over the floor, and if I'm one rotation behind, some dude that's the ninth guy off the bench is going to come in and just rain a three. Stopping T.J. McConnell is too big a pain in the ass. In our lifetime, we have watched First off, pitchers have become unhittable because they all throw 100 now. Golfers have broken golf courses because they all drive at 400 yards. Kickers have made field goal kicking just, again, an absolute joke because of specialized training and leg strength and the current soccer ball that they're all using out there.
At least we still have Young Hoo Koo.
Young Wei Koo.
There we go. Whatever his name is. He doesn't deserve any proper pronunciation.
Oh, no, he did that on purpose.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
He duffed on purpose because the snap was screwed.
Yeah, the hold was bad. So he did it on purpose.
He didn't know whether they wanted him to kick it or not. And he didn't think he was going to get the ball up, so he just aborted the kick halfway through, and
stuck
that's how
his foot
he
in
did
the ground. Yeah.
That's not true.
It's what happened.
Because there are plenty of holds and snaps and holds that are suboptimal.
He hiccuped on his way to that thing. Either way,
don't you look away from
What's his name?
We're locking in.
Young
Wei Koo. So what we're
He's
saying
awful.
though here is, like, I think right now basketball players, the quality, the median NBA player is so big, so freakishly athletic, and such a good shooter that the game is gamified, so to speak. It's gamed because the skill level is it's too insane.
You know what's funny? And again, I don't love being the guy that wants to change everything just for modern times sometimes. Like the Pro Bowl. Should have just left the Pro Bowl alone. Matter of fact, having that All-Star conversation they're having when we walked in, if you just let the damn East and West thing alone and we weren't doing the 9 teams in the tournament and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, maybe Jamal would have a realistic shot at finally getting his first All-Star appearance.
I think he's got a realistic shot. He's got a better shot at making it now.
He does. You're right. But something will screw him because of this whole world that whatever.
Oh,
Shea will make it and everybody will make it and he'll get left out again. But
wait, why would Shea not make the world team?
No, I get it. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. But
it's the second best basketball player in the league.
But if you just would have left it alone into the East-West, I'm sick of us change. That was my point. I'm sick of us trying to change things for the sake of it all the time. But to your point in this case, we created these games where at a time when guys would do this for a season, right? And then they would go and they'd lug beers around the city, and then they'd come back. Training camp. Training camp is a concept to get guys back in shape that had other jobs before they played this
Training
sport.
of the modern athlete is better than it's ever been.
Yeah, and it starts at age 6. So it is
Dang it, my
fair
kids
to
are
say,
way behind.
what do we need to rethink with how we've evolved as athletes and how these games have evolved in its time?
It goes back to the Steve Kerr conversation of we got to shorten this damn season, which I believe every sport across the board needs to shorten their season.
Okay, we know that's unrealistic. What else would you look at?
Expanding rosters?
Would you
But
expand the court?
Like
what could you do to the game itself?
You want to take out the front row seats? That's pretty valuable.
I don't want to do anything. I don't really have, I don't know. I guess you can move the 3-point line back, I guess.
Again.
But,
they've done it multiple times in our lifetime.
Here's my thing, too, which I used to always get mad at my old man friends because I always wanted to dunk, and I loved Robert Pack. You can raise the rims, fine. Guess what? Now they got to all adjust. Now you're going to screw up the game as everybody get. Now they'll get right, and they'll get it figured out.
You can't raise the rims.
Good. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. That's just it. I don't know. I don't have a perfect answer for you.
Should they expand rosters?
They could.
I don't know. I say that. The Nuggets have 13 players. We're lucky to see 9 of them some nights,
so
right?
we get some crappier
They're not
players
using
out
them
there.
Anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. NBA players are they're too good. They're too good. You can't get stops. It's humanly impossible. Like last night, the Pacers cutting that thing back to a 10-point game and turning it into, it's inevitable. Of course it's going to happen. You miss on a couple of possessions. They make on a couple of possessions. And because everything is a 3, it's just like, boom, the lead's cut in half, and now you got a game. And last night, as opposed to the game the other night that they blew against Dallas, the Pacers made their run, and then Jamal made everything, and the Nuggets just got to win the game.
Tiny shorts. The return of the Stockton shorts. You're a little more conscious of what you got out there.
A little more self-conscious with your thighs.
You're worried about showing the world all your business.
You're not, yeah.
Some of this gaudiness goes away.
You're not willing to really
You got to
lay
wear
out.
the tight jerseys.
You never know what's going to come out.
Here it is. Basketball jerseys sucked in like the offensive line jersey. So there's no place to move.
Something more restrictive.
Yes.
There you go. See, we got solutions. Kreckman and Lindahl, we got Broncos injury report when we come back. 5 biggest stories of the day. Another keyword for Nuggets tickets. Sandman, you got to go. Or you sticking around?
I'd love to stick around.
There you go. See,
But
Sandman's
we wouldn't
doing
love it, so see you later,
I'll
Sandman.
tell you. Well, it's been a fun hour with you boys. Love you more.
That's an 85-minute radio show. You're not going anywhere. Keep it here on the Kreckman and Lindahl Show. You can win tickets to see the Broncos play the Jaguars at the Old Man Bar in Broomfield tomorrow. A couple of old men, Kreckman and Lindahl, are going to be there from 3 to 5. You can register to win a pair of Bud Light Tailgate VIP passes and a pair of tickets to the Broncos game on the 21st. Enjoy $3 Bud Light drafts, $15 Bud Light can buckets, and more. We'll see you at the Old Man Bar in Broomfield tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Remember to enjoy responsibly. Football news, Mark Springer. There's music, and then there's you.
Yes, and there's also a very fresh Broncos injury report that was just released.
It's quite fresh. It's piping hot right now.
Yes, fresh off the stove. It's powered by Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. So here we go. For the second straight day, defensive tackle DJ Jones did not practice with an ankle injury. Nate Atkins still not practicing with his knee injury. A couple new names popping up on the injury report today. Pat Bryant was limited with a hamstring injury, and Zach Allen did not practice with a calf injury.
So I think we can circle what the most troubling thing we saw in the injury report was today, that Zach Allen popped and did not practice. You know what's funny? Yesterday, like the DJ Jones thing, because all indications were after the Manders game, it was I was just like, oh, okay, they can take it easy, veteran maintenance thing or whatever. And then not practicing today, at least even in a limited capacity, I was like, oh, all right. Zach Allen out of nowhere with a calf. That's not great, guys.
Not great, but turns out Max Crosby went from limited yesterday, and now he's out today, according to Schefter.
Interesting.
So maybe both guys are going to miss a game. I don't know.
Have you guys noticed when you see Max Crosby in one of his 75 public appearances on podcasts and whatnot, he looks so skinny. For a guy that's such a beast on the football field.
Is it because he resembles a real life flaming skull? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that tattoo.
Yeah, Max Crosby is like every biker's tattoo, isn't he?
That's that guy, Hell Rider or whatever that dude
plays
was.
Like
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He just looks slender to me. I know he's not necessarily a 300-pound interior D lineman, but
no, he's an outside guy. He's a crafty fella.
But boy, he looks like he's not even like a power forward in basketball. He looks like a shooting guard.
That's what I always thought about when Jarvis Moss showed up here. Remember Jarvis Moss out of Florida?
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan traded up, used a first-round pick on Jarvis Moss, and I was like, that looks like an NBA small forward. Like, I know he's supposed to be like an athletic outside rusher, but this isn't going to work real well.
Yeah, the other problem was he was a real sweet guy. And I don't know a lot of outside pass rushers that, Max Crosby, Derek Wolfe, that's probably the profile you're going for. Not friendly Jarvis Moss that would love to play you an NBA jam in the locker room a little bit later.
You want somebody
around.
killing a mountain lion?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for on the
Hey,
outside.
man, I'm not looking for any pity on your quarterback. I want to know you're going to eat some kids.
That's right. He did say that. What else do we got, Spring?
High five.
Hey, the coordinator's talking for the Broncos today.
You notice, by the way, on this show, have we ever played a single Joe Lombardi cut before on this show?
Yes, when he was in London.
We played a Joe Lombardi cut.
And some British guy was like, hey.
Where he admitted he doesn't do much, basically. That guy.
Right.
It's like, what are the responsibilities of being an OC?
The moment Joe Lombardi starts talking, I'm just like, what else is on? Okay.
Well,
VJ, I will listen to VJ.
Well, we're not going to hear from VJ because the Broncos haven't posted the audio. But I can't tell you that Vance Joseph said today that the main thing for the Broncos on defense in Vegas against the Raiders is to stop Brock Bowers.
Well, yeah, they didn't stop Zach Ertz last week, so hopefully they can stop Brock Bowers this week. It's been a weird season, and I know some of it. And Sandman, you can give us a kind of a little bit more of a chalky kind of breakdown on this. And I know it comes down to what is your focus in a given week. They completely erased Brock Bowers the first time these two teams played. He had the one catch for 31 yards. He was only targeted 3 times in that game. We know he's the Raiders' best player by a freaking mile on their offense. And yet at other points this year, Giants game, certainly with Zach Ertz, tight ends have gotten a little bit loose on Denver. Is it simply a matter of, Vance Joseph and the choices you have to make?
Not really. So here's what I see. Typically, when you're a single high team, so you play a ton of cover 1 or cover 3.
Yeah.
If that is more man, pure man, where you stay with your man no matter what, tight ends typically struggle in that space because you play outside leverage, you play physical, and you filter everything back into the single high safety. What's different about the Denver Broncos, when you really break down their defense, they're actually not playing chalkboard cover one or man. They're playing this thing called 3-match, which means that when you're running crossing routes, whether it's a shallow crosser or a crosser across deeper 18 yards across the field, you're typically like actually passing that to another linebacker or potentially a safety on the opposite side. You guys remember earlier in the season, there was a snap where Jahdae Barron got absolutely, like, air quotes, toasted by a tight end. And I'm drawing a blank on which tight end it was. Everybody's like, oh, man, Jahdae Barron got.
Was it the Giants game?
May have been.
Yeah.
I thought it was a game where the tight end himself was a big name. I don't think it was Kelsey.
Colts, Ty Warren.
Might have been Warren, but Warren had a great game, period, right? So typically the way tight ends are utilized against single high teams is crossing routes, shallows, all the different things that you could do. I think the Broncos sometimes do have a hard time passing it with perfection. And so where a guy like Jahdae Barron's, I'm on him, I'm covering him. Oh, wait, he's at the line of demarcation that I pass him on to somebody else. I let him go, and then, oh, shoot, nobody's there. That's happened a couple times where because it
is some of that a product of the linebackers just haven't been in and out of the lineup, especially Greenlaw.
Yeah, I think so.
Just gotta play together.
And 3-match is a funky deal, man. It's like it's a cheat code. It's a way that you can take away the easy throws that you typically give away in zone, but then you can also have answers for mesh and shallow crosses and all the different things that people do.
But it's it is a serious communication. You have got to be locked in on that.
Especially with tight ends.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're big body types. So if you drop one, they stand out to a quarterback in their progression.
Ure.
Oh, wow, that's a 6'5" behemoth that's wide open right there.
Yeah.
That's what I see more than like their matchups not good.
So you think this is a mind your P's and Q's on Brock Bowers and we'll take care of him like we did last time around?
I think so.
You know what is interesting, though? Vance Joseph defenses historically have had problems covering the tight end. Remember George Kittle's record
First time
day?
around, I mean, it was unbelievable. They've been a lot better at it this year. It's almost to the point now where it's like when a tight end kills them, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I didn't really see that coming.
Yeah, well, remember, though, that rookie for the Chargers had a pretty good day. That might have been the start of his upcoming.
Was it Gadsden?
Gadsden. And maybe that was even the guy you were thinking of.
Oronde Gadsden crushed them in that game.
And Ty Warren had a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Boy, he looked good, didn't he?
And yet Brock Bowers, they erased him. And they got to do it again on Sunday. Go ahead,
because
Spring.
you know who their receiver is? Yeah, neither do I.
High five. Good question.
Nicely done. Hey, Monday Night Football. The Eagles are at the Chargers. We got injury news for the Eagles. Defensive tackle Jalen Carter will not play. He is undergoing a procedure, or he underwent a procedure this past Monday on both of his shoulders. And he is considered week to week for the Eagles. They want him to be as close to 100% for a possible likely playoff run. For the Chargers, their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, today said that he's optimistic that Justin Herbert will play on Monday night, despite the fracture in his left hand. Here's Justin Herbert talking about if he's preparing to play on Monday night.
Yeah, that's that's the plan, is to prepare as if I'm going to play, and see how the next couple of days goes, and do everything I can to be out there for the team and for the guys out there.
What does the recovery process look like for you so far?
It's just getting the swelling down. That's been the most important thing the past couple of days of, just getting back acclimated, getting it moving, and doing everything I can to be out there.
Could they use like a platoon with Trey Lance, like in goal-to-go situations or anything like that? Like, because Herbert's not going to be able to take snaps from under center. They might have to.
I think this is all the smoke and mirrors.
He's not playing.
Yeah, someone else goes out there.
I don't think
Same
he plays.
thing that Rodgers did the first week of the wrist thing.
I don't know. He plays the next 2 weeks.
I don't know, man. It's Jim Harbaugh.
Well, they're desperate. They don't want to fall out of this thing.
Hey, listen.
He's a good player.
I know that your hand is not feeling good today, but this football team desperately needs you to go out there, Justin. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. No doubt in my mind.
Just one other quick question on Jalen Carter having a procedure on both shoulders.
Yeah, I ain't good.
Is somebody like coming over to like brush his teeth for him and like do assorted other, like how's he sleeping? How's he getting dressed?
The old dreaded double Abram. Nobody wants the double Abram.
How you handling the post bathroom? You better have a bidet.
Yes. That again, like, do you have a caretaker for that?
That's a large man, so I don't think anyone's volunteering.
We have got your next
Keyword.
Can't I was going to say, can't the Eagles just send an employee?
Yeah.
Can Big Dom go over there and do that for him?
Nah, Dom didn't sign up for it.
Hey, just got to bend over. Hey, it's the Kreckman and Lindahl show. That was my bad Italian stereotype,
What are you
everybody.
gonna do? Hey, show me your Fazol. Let's go.
I just love that the
we
Italians.
Gotta get the break. We're
The
gonna get
Italians
trouble.
are never a protected class, are they?
They really
Ever.
aren't. We have got your next keyword on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday, and then we got the Avalanche and the Islanders. Yes. Hey dudes, Nate Kreckman here for Roller Auction. You should sign up to bid with Roller Auction at roller.bid/altitude. Again, roller.bid, you put a slash, and then you write altitude, like the best sports radio station you have ever heard. And you can get signed up right there at roller.bid/altitude. First off, you get on the email list for Roller Auction, so they send you when all the new auctions are going to open up. You get signed up, you get ready to bid as soon as you see something good. And oh, by the way, one lucky listener that signs up to bid at roller.bid/altitude is going to win tickets for the Avalanche Blues game on New Year's Eve. So go to roller.bid/altitude and sign up. By the way, did I mention those tickets? New Year's Eve, Avs, Blues, Ball Arena, catered suite. Not bad. Get to roller.bid/altitude and sign up. Plus, do some holiday shopping with their Planet Open Box auction, which is available to bid right now. I'm looking at some Sorel snow boots right here. $60. You can't get them that cheap in a store. Get to roller.bid right now and get yourself signed up to be able to bid. Check out Roller Auction's website. It is awesome. Your next keyword on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday right now, which you will text in at 303-504-0925. 303-504-0925. Your keyword, Apollo.
Apollo.
13, if you will.
What about Apollo 1?
Apollo 1 was pretty good.
I would have gone Creed. Either way.
I like that.
Text Apollo plus your first and last name to 303-504-0925 for your shot at tickets to see Durant and the Rockets. Man, no love for Şengün. No love for Amen Thompson. Anyway, tickets still available for Nuggets Rockets on the 15th. You can grab seats now at nuggets.com/tickets. One more time, the keyword is Apollo. So text Apollo along with your first and last name to 303-504-0925. Best of luck.
Good Apollo, I'm burning star.
What is Apollo the Greek god of? Anybody?
Polo.
The shirts with the collars.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Frat boys.
Sure.
Popping their collars. The Greek god of light, music, and prophecy.
Light music.
Light music?
No, light, comma, music.
Gotcha.
The god of,
He likes little Kenny G.
The god of REO Speedwagon.
The god of Kenny G and Nostradamus. Gotcha.
The god of light music. Got it. I like that one. That's, by the way, that's too many things to be the god of. That's
a lot.
Yeah, that's
Where they're
a
running
lot.
out of stuff, they're like, here, you take the rest. None of them are terribly important. You can have all three.
Yeah, that's master of none. I don't respect that in the slightest bit.
You can't do light, also music, and prophecy. That's way too much.
That's too many things, okay?
Prophecy in and of itself is that's a big job.
So the Greeks are corporations, what you're telling me?
Yep.
They just start shoving a bunch of jobs with one guy. Here you go. Hey, Apollo, guess what? We got another title for you, but you're not getting a raise.
Spring, can I get a little feud theme, if you don't mind? Give me a little family feud theme here on the Kreckman and Lindahl show. I got a little game to play with you fellas before we get out of here.
Let's game.
On a lovely Thursday afternoon. Andy, you ready for this one? Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Another one of these deals where you just hijack me?
Bro Country Star or New York Islander?
Nice.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Bro Country Star or New York Islander?
I'm going to destroy this.
Actually, yeah, this is unfair because you're a Bro Country guy.
Look at me. I'm dressed as a
I
Bro
don't know
Country
what you're
guy
wearing
today.
Like, what's the top of that sweatshirt? It's throwing me off.
This is STS ranch wear.
Of course, it's
for a guy that doesn't have a ranch. You're all hat, no cattle.
I used to live in Weld County.
Literally,
I knew
have no
people.
cattle.
I had neighbors that had ranches.
How many heads of cattle you got?
He ordered that shirt off of MorganWallen.com. All right.
Well, there's that.
He is a Bro Country artist, not an Islander. That's the first one.
Well done.
Sanford 1.
Well
Lindahl
done.
0.
All right. Mike, shut up for a minute. Here we go. Let's start with this one. Riley Green.
So easy.
Riley Green, Bro Country or New York Islander?
I mean, do you want me to partake or not?
Let's let Andy do it.
It's got to be Bro Country the way he's reacting.
That's a very good point. You were a little too excited right there.
Didn't know that.
You don't get the bit, do you?
No poker face whatsoever over there.
I'll learn the bit.
All right, Riley Green. Hudson Westbrook. New York Islander or Bro Country, Andy?
That's got to be Bro Country.
Well
That
done.
sounds way too.
Played.
Westbrook is not a hockey player. I'm sorry.
Really well done.
Yes.
Hudson Westbrook.
Nice job on that one.
He's playing at the whatever the honky tonk up in Greeley is.
Travis Mitchell.
That's probably a Islander.
You think that's an Islander? That is an Islander. He is a third pairing defenseman. Nice job. Scott Mayfield. Mayfield.
That's kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
But I'll go Islander.
Mm-hmm. It's an Islander. Well, you see, you're doing good at the game today. Cody Johnson.
Oh, Kojo?
Cody Johnson. Kojo?
Come on, man.
You made up that nickname. Kojo.
No, I actually, for my 40th birthday, I went to a Kojo concert in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
At Summerfest?
It was in the winter, February 4th.
See, there's something about you going Cody that screams Bro Country Star. So.
Oh, there's Cody's all over the NHL.
I know there is.
Long live Cowgirls. Cody Johnson and Ian Munsick. Are you going to say Ian Munsick?
I don't have him on the list. Parker McCollum.
Parker McCollum's got to be an Islander.
That's a bro country artist, my friend. That is incorrect.
That is a
Parker McCollum is rocking some bro country.
Yes,
my wife
feel good that you got one in at least.
McCollum.
My wife is friends with Parker McCollum's mother of all places, and we've hung out backstage. Parker McCollum got me started on Zinn.
At the Grizzly Rose or what?
No, it was actually down at
Stampede?
the Broadmoor World Events Center down in Colorado Springs.
That's how you know it's bro country. No, like outlaw country star is playing the Broadmoor.
If this guy got me hooked on Zinn is the most bro country sentence that's ever been declared.
And
luckily, I was able to
White Zinfandel, not the other.
No,
stuff.
it was Zinn, and luckily I have purged that addiction.
And finally, Anthony Duclair.
Oh, no question.
That's got to be an Islander.
That is an
Matter
Islander.
of fact, I think wasn't he part of the dust up that got pissed off?
Oh, so you knew a hockey player.
There ain't no Claires.
What about Maxim Shabanov?
Maxim Shabanov is a tennis player from Russia.
He's
their best hope for a medal.
Russian bro country.
He's a boxer that's getting ready for the Summer Olympics.
The god of bro country and Russian language.
Yeah, it would be. You know what? If you really want to stand out amongst bro country, though, that's the name you need to adopt.
By the way, a couple of Avalanche names on this Islander team. Callum Ritchie is on this team.
That's
and
who you traded for Brock Bowers.
Is there Jonathan Drouin?
Brock
Jonathan
Nelson.
Drouin is on this team as well. Drouin, who I believe is best friends with Danny Ardouin. Spring, do we have a winner of our tickets here on the Kreckman and Lindahl Show on a Nuggets Ticket Thursday?
Yeah, our winner is Zach Carlson.
Zach
Bro
Carlson.
country star or our winner?
I was going to make that joke too. Don't worry. Zach Carlson. Congratulations, Zach. Zach wins himself a pair of tickets to see the Nuggets and the Rockets on the 15th of December. Way to go, Zach Carlson. Thus concludes the Kreckman and Lindahl Show here this afternoon. Avalanche and the New York Islanders is coming up next, so make sure you tune in for that. Berto's got your pregame coverage. Mike Sanford, everybody, tune in 10 to noon tomorrow right here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Raj and Sandman bringing you home on a Friday morning. For Andy Lindahl, for Mark Springer, I am Nate Kreckman. Good night, everybody.
He'll one-hand it to center ice. Trying to flip it deep. Hit a man. McKinnon for Gabe Landeskog. He peels around. McKinnon, a one-timer. He scores! Won't miss from there. Nathan McKinnon, his second goal of the game. And a man who averaged 2 points a night in the month of November is averaging 2 points a night so far in December. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Nathan McKinnon has his 22nd goal of the season, second goal of the game. It's 3.